What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of On the Reel with Reelbros Media. We've got a super dope guest today, Nick Weeber. He's a photographer, filmmaker, business owner extraordinaire, and making waves in the film community here.
Making waves.
And I mean,
Making
like,
waves.
film negatives, by the way.
Yes, film negative, like the real deal.
The
baby.
real film.
The real bros.
Not the,
and the real film.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's why we're here.
Love to see it.
We're all together.
So
What you got for me?
Give us a give us the rundown on like
Who you are.
a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So we're obviously here in Tempe, Arizona, but I am originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Born and raised, 20 years of my life. Basically started my visuals. I don't even know what to call my career. I did, like I started with a GoPro and then it escalated from there. But started with a GoPro probably like 2015, like my sophomore year of high school, and then I basically just like got super addicted to videos. I never really got into photography though, like never got into photography for some reason.
Interesting.
It just wasn't a thing. I didn't really want to take still photos. It was all videos. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, typically it's opposite, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I was
most
the
people do.
opposite.
Most people do photography, and then they want to do moving images.
Right.
That's crazy. Yeah. See, I've never thought about that. I've always gone, like, I literally started with videos. I always wanted to do videos because I was like, photos are boring. They're not moving.
Right.
Like, they're not telling the story enough.
Yeah.
Like, I always wanted to tell the story with the visuals. So I had a bunch of friends that did a bunch of crazy stuff. Like my best friend Aiden, he's a pro snowboarder, dirt biking, does all that kind of stuff. So I always like filmed him like from a very young age. So him and I basically started together. He started his, pro snowboarding career, and I started with the filming. So like back in like 2016, we made like a sponsor me video, and that was like the one thing I put like super like a bunch of effort into it. Like did the song, the whole thing. Super proud of it. Windows Media, what is it?
Windows Movie Maker.
Windows Movie Maker, dude.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
That was everyone's first.
Dude, Windows Movie
Love
Maker,
it.
did iMovie, Final Cut, Premiere, DaVinci, the whole 9 yards. But I started with video and never really stopped. And then basically, interesting story. I don't want to go too far into this, but moved right to California, like straight to Huntington Beach after high school.
From Michigan to California.
Straight to Huntington Beach because I was one of those kids that was like, I'm going to go make it in LA, bro. So I did it. I did that. I literally went and I said, fuck it, let's go.
Oh, God.
And so I went to California and it was like super dope. The plan was to go there and like, in my mind, I was like, yeah, like I'm not going back to Michigan, but like to my parents to like justify it, they were like, yeah, you're gonna go to, we're gonna get you an apartment for 3 months, and then you're gonna come back and go to college. And I was like, nah. I was like, nah.
Sure, but no.
Nah. But after those 3 months, I did get a place for 3 months, and then I was like, nah, I'm staying out there. But my parents were like, okay, if you're staying out there, you got to make it yourself. So I was like, all right, sounds good. I was working at Best Buy at the time, doing photo shoots and videos, and that's when I really got into cars. California really got me into the automotive industry,
It's a big space.
yeah, huge. Massive. Yeah. And it's kind of cool now to see the car industry and cam industry like kind of crossing, which is dope. But especially with what you guys are doing. But the coolest thing is I decided to stay out there, and I did it myself. I bought an S13 240, and that was my first car that I bought was an S13. Anyway, so
That's fun.
Long story short, there's no long story short for this story, but I got another place. I stayed with my friend for like a month, until I found my place. And I don't know how to keep this long story short. When I moved into that place, the day after, my landlord was murdered at my front door.
Oh,
Yeah, the whole long story. If you really want to know the story, it's all out there. It's all public. It's kind of crazy. There is no long story short. There is.
You just walked up and you saw things, or the scene was already there?
So I was actually going to get a mattress for my room, and I was at a photo shoot. Technically, I was at a photo shoot when the actual thing happened, which is crazy. So I kind of camera saved my life technically because I had timestamps when I was actually taking the photo shoot. I was like the main suspect because I just moved in. I just moved in the day before.
Fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, it's a long story. It's a long story, and I'll keep that for a different time. But anyways, that happened, and I moved straight back to Michigan. I moved straight back to Michigan because I was like, I can't do that.
It just scared you.
It just
You're like,
scared
I'm out.
Dude, like, I mean, how can that not?
Sure.
So even to this day, I'm still a little bit scarred. Like, I don't think I'll be able to live there for a while. So, but I took it as a blessing, and I basically moved home and landed this super cool contract with a real estate agency, and
Nice.
I just did videography for them, and it was fun because I kind of got to get my feet wet and started to network, and it was cool because I don't know. Like I said, I just got to learn a bunch, but also got, a good check from it, which was nice. It was my first real gig where I was like, okay, this is my profession. I'm doing this for real. Right. And that lasted for 3 months, but that contract was very binding. I couldn't do work with anyone else. So
really?
Yep. So
anybody else in that space or just in general?
In general.
Oh,
in general. Yeah. I was like
in.
their in-house videographer. Like I was on contract. Like I was there. So I was like, yeah, like I had so many other things I wanted to do. So after that little tiny contract, I was like, all right, bet I'm out. And then it was like a spring. I started a car show company called Mitten Motion in Michigan, and over the last 2 or 3 years, it blew up, which is really cool. So
Nice.
we started at in our local Midwest grocery store is Meijer. Okay. So we have a little. We started with probably 20 cars in a parking lot, and up until last year when people started to really disrespect the whole car scene and everything, which y'all already know, we had thousands of people at our shows, man. It was nuts. We threw a show with Clean Culture, and that was super fun. And then COVID happened after that. COVID happened, and I just needed a restart. And my parents had a second vacation home up in North Scottsdale, and I was like, you know what, what better time than now to, kind of just reset and restart. And I was like, there's 5 million people in Phoenix. I could probably get a client or two in the video space. So that was my mindset when moving to Arizona. Sure. And obviously that did not happen. I got a job at a camera store. Ended up buying it. It's a very odd story. It's like, oh, how'd you everyone's
That's awesome.
What's this intricate story? And I'm like, I literally walked in, handed them my resume, and was like, are you guys hiring? And they were like, yeah, actually we are. And it was super weird because it was perfect timing.
Sure.
One of their employees was just leaving, so they were right in the middle of trying to find a new hire. So I gave my resume. They interviewed me once, and bam, I started working there.
Oh yeah.
And then it was really weird. I had shot film. And I had a point and shoot, and I had a Canon A1, but it wasn't my main thing. I loved it because
So before going in there, you were literally no film.
Dude, I had an Olympus Stylus and a Canon A1. I knew the video world.
Sure.
I was a Sony shooter forever.
But the still film was.
Yeah, it was it was for fun. It was for fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew nothing. I knew that Portra 400 and Portra 800 were the best.
That's crazy.
And I shot it all the time, and I loved it because I loved the look.
Right.
And had a really cool lab. And shout out Daniel Collins. I don't give you enough credit, bro. You're the one that got me into film. So he's basically you guys know Brandon at the shop, right?
Yeah.
He's Brandon, but he was at a shop in Michigan, and I walked in there, and he sold me my Olympus Stylus and my Canon A1.
Yeah.
I thought I was legit. I was the only person that shot film in Michigan. I was stunned. Then I came out here, and I started working at the store, and I just learned a bunch. The first 2 weeks, me and Brandon just had conversation after conversation. He's been doing the film thing since before I was born. So I'm this guy knows a thing or two. So just learned a bunch from him, just asked the right questions. And I started talking to the owner, and it was very obvious that they were checked out. They're you can kind of.
I went to that store before.
Yeah.
I went to Wilson before, and they had the most random shit that was useless.
It was
stuff that hadn't sold in
forever.
2 decades.
Picture frames, $40
weirdest shit.
tripods, $5 filters, shit like that.
You couldn't find anything useful in there every time I went.
Exactly. So they did the bare minimum to get by.
Right.
And there's two kinds of not two, but there's two kinds of ways you can run a business. You can be your lifestyle business where your business supports your lifestyle and nothing else. Sure. Or you can be kind of an entrepreneur and kind of push forward and scale your business and actually kind of want more and just growing your business. So they were definitely in that lifestyle category. They just fueled their business. Exactly. Very comfy, but they're obviously they're in their 50s and 60s. There was time for them to retire. So I pulled Rudy, the owner, out, and outside while he was smoking a cigarette one day. And I was like, hey, what's your future look like? What's this place look like in the next 5 years? And they're like, well, we're kind of getting tired. We're thinking of retiring and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, what are you going to do with the store? And they're like, we'll probably just sell it to somebody. And I was like, bam, there it is. It's happening. Nice. So called my dad immediately, and I was like, yo, Rudy's going to retire. The store's going to go up for sale. How can I buy this place? Because I was like, I had some money in my savings and stuff. So I was like, is there a possibility I can get approved for a loan? Like, no credit, just no nothing. I was like, we'll figure it out. So, I mean, I just had a super long conversation with my dad, and he was like, well, obviously, we're going to need to see numbers, and we're going to talk, blah, blah, blah. So then the conversation started happening, and literally, it's really cool because my dad and I really bonded through the process of buying the store because it was like, holy smokes. Like, my dad was like, this is something that he could actually do and, get into.
Same thing with that with my dad. It was like that. My dad was in a totally different space. He's in oil and gas and, just totally opposite. But then when I came to him with, the idea of putting a production company together with some, 2 buddies at school, he was like, sure, go for it. Like, exactly. Send it. So they were all supportive, which is super cool. But then even further now, we're in business and we're going deeper into a lot of the stuff we're doing now. It's like, he has a lot of insight, actually. Yeah, no, it's the same thing. It's like totally different industries, but like running a business at the core. Pretty similar. I mean, it's pretty similar. You have your expenses. I mean, you know how it goes. A little boring stuff. But at the same time, it was really fun. We bonded over because we previously just didn't really have a great relationship just because, I was that. I wouldn't say angsty teen, but I was definitely not like the best kid growing up, just getting into all sorts of trouble. Right. Just mostly with my freaking right foot, man. I got a lead foot. Oh, trust me. Me too, dude. I got lead foot. Sorry, but yes, literally. I had all the tickets. Oh, yeah. That's a whole nother conversation. I got like 5 tickets since I moved here. Yeah. I mean, I slowed down when I got here for sure because
no pun intended.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but it was awesome. We bonded. We grew our relationship. Now we're best friends. It's nice. It's amazing. Awesome. And he's like my biggest mentor. That's legit. It's super cool because like I find myself repeating all the shit that he says to me to like all my employees. And like 100%. It's super cool. Like the sayings and just. I found out that I'm a lot more like him than I originally thought. I would always butt heads. I'm like, I'm not like you and all this. And then we just, we really bonded over this.
What did your dad do before?
Both my parents, major entrepreneurs. Just
nice.
We're all very
driven.
Is it? Just like type A personalities. Sure, like we're leaders. We don't really like to take orders from anybody. So definitely. we all own our own businesses. My mom is a massive insurance agent through State Farm. Super baller. Nice. My dad he started his own company right before I was born, literally in our garage, and now it's worth a bunch of money. Nice. Energy savings. So basically, what he started doing was like LED conversions at auto dealerships, and then got into just saving them a bunch of energy. Like there's not just lights, like there's tons of other things that they're using. So now he's getting into the electric car chargers. Like he's installing them at dealerships, and then also on the side, technically what he says for fun. I don't know if you guys have heard of Tropical Smoothie.
Yeah.
So he started franchising. He bought 7 franchise locations. Oh wow. Cool. So he has 3 up and running. The newest one is on Scottsdale and Indian School. Oh, sick. So it's right there, right there. So that's his 3rd location.
That's legit.
Yeah, that's really cool. 4 more coming in.
So you're just surrounded by this your whole life.
Oh yeah.
So it was a pretty easy transition into doing it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it scary?
No, it was not scary because I was like, it's not the fact that I was like, I can just rely on that, but it was like, okay, if what's the worst that could happen? Like, but at the same time, but what I was getting to is how I bought the store. I was 20. Was I 21? No, I was 22, freshly 22, and I got a loan from my dad, and it was really cool, and I've been paying him off ever since, and it's working, and I'm doing it. And it's that's
the best loan.
Honestly, it's best.
Personal loans.
Like seriously, it is. Like from a technical aspect, if you do have parents that have the means, take it.
There's
and especially if you have a good relationship.
Yeah.
There's like 70% or something, like a high number of people that have personal family loans for their business.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's the best way to go.
First, that's the the first people you go to ask.
Yeah, and it's like
reject you, and then you go to the next and next.
Yeah, I could have gone to the bank and just gotten absolutely screwed with a massive interest rate, but I mean,
and they'll hold it to you. Exactly. At least you have. Sometimes you have a nice buffer if you get in real trouble.
Cushion.
You're starting a new business, they understand. Okay, we'll push back a little bit and then rethink stuff. So.
It was super cool because all the timing was very interesting because my dad started the whole Tropical Smoothie thing the exact same time as we bought the store. So during that 3 or 4 month period, I feel so bad for my dad because he was just neck deep in 3 different things. Well, the Wilson thing, the Trop thing, and then his other business too. Right. So I was like, but now that everything's just kind of rolling, Wilson's just rolling by itself now, which is just ridiculous. Right. And we plan on scaling and that's a whole nother conversation if you want to get into that.
Wilson, if you don't mind, what did you guys end up? I mean, because it was at that Wilson camera was at a weird state to where it wasn't much relevancy anymore. So, if you don't mind, what did you guys get in for it? What did he do?
So,
was there a deal cut? Did he like you enough to where you're like, I see potential in this kid?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Literally exactly that. Like Rudy, I don't know how to explain this. Take a like a sleazy car salesman. That sells cameras.
Great.
So like that personality, that type of personality. Like not the. I love you, Rudy, but you were an interesting salesman, man.
I know what you mean.
But anyways, he blew a bunch of smoke up my ass. Oh, you're gonna be the future of this company. Blah, blah,
really?
blah, blah,
Nice.
blah. And I was like, let me.
Because he found someone to buy it.
Yes. Of
Who
course.
else was going to buy it? He was probably like, who's going to buy this?
I mean, we looked at the numbers. We looked at the numbers. It was just going downhill, dude. It was going downhill.
Yeah,
so
something had to change.
Exactly.
And
Something
he got
had to
excited.
change.
He was like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything.
He's like, my way out.
Yeah,
baby.
exactly.
Let's go.
Exit liquidity.
Yeah.
I mean, when you
Exactly.
when you bought in though, that was like the perfect time. Everyone and their mother wanted to go back to
Dude,
film.
in COVID, they're like, oh, there's something else other than like taking photos on a phone?
Yeah.
Sick. So everyone pulled out their cameras from their closets and they wanted them cleaned and repaired and they wanted film for them and they needed a place to develop it that was fast. And, and this is the thing that I tell everybody. There's a formula to starting a film lab. If y'all want to start a film lab, here's how I do it.
Sauce here, baby.
There's the sauce. Get a good scanner, do it fast, have a good experience, and do it the right way.
Yeah,
And don't cut any corners. Just don't cut any corners, man. Like, I mean, dropping negatives or not scanning with your gloves on, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
Small
just
shit,
simple
man.
things.
Like that is what's gonna either make or break a customer. And then if you have one customer that shoots weddings professionally and that's charging thousands of dollars,
totally.
you better
You
take
don't wanna
care
mess-
of
exactly.
better take care of their film, or they're not coming back, and they're gonna tell all their friends, don't go there, don't go there. So, I mean, in the film industry, I mean,
Word of mouth with that business has got to be.
it's everything.
Oh, it's everything,
everything. We have Instagram and word of mouth.
Yeah,
I mean,
And
that's
us.
how I found you.
Yeah.
Was word of mouth from Tyler.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, oh, like this lab is
you
great.
too.
Like, if you don't have the experience, like you walk in and you're greeted by a bunch of people that feel like it's an inconvenience that you're there. You're gonna you're gonna do your thing and you're gonna leave and you're never gonna come back.
Totally.
So, and if you get bad scans back, you're not gonna go back. A number of things. If they're too expensive, like a bunch of stuff. But anyways, back to buying the store. I basically he basically was like, yeah, blah, 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 like, give me money and leave. Basically, was the vibe. But like blew a bunch of smoke up my ass. He's like, you're gonna do this much, and I'm like, let me do my thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, basically, what really made it change from what it was to what it is now. I mean, it's the craziest thing. It was the smallest yet the biggest thing ever, and it was just buying a new scanner. Because the old scanner was from 1998, the year I was born.
Outdated.
It was outdated. It was not efficient. That was the biggest thing. Is the efficiency was trash.
Garbage.
Like there was like 5 to 7 days for turnaround. They would only process on certain days, and it was ridiculous. I was like, the second I went in there, I was like, this has to change. Like, how are customers going to keep coming in if this is their process that they're getting, and these are the scans that they're getting?
Right.
Like that's the main thing. So, I brought the experience because I mean, dude, literally once I started learning all this stuff, I just was like, I want to know everything.
Yeah, you just get
I wanna know
lasered
everything.
into it for sure.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous. And like, what is this film? Like all this shit. And I just went, boom, laser focused on it. And Brandon, love you to freaking death, my dude. He was the absolute 100% biggest influence in my film, film game for sure. And like taught me the most. And then, I mean, I just kind of went from there. And dude, I hate that I am saying this, but YouTube University is legit, dude. It's legit, bro. It's legit. It's legit.
it is.
You want to learn anything? I tell this people. People ask me some questions sometimes. I'm like, man, does it hit your brain first that you can just type this into Google and find the exact answer right away?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, I feel great because people want to talk to me.
Sure.
Because people want to ask me questions because they want my opinion or my answer, which
Right.
is really cool. So, I mean, I took that with a grain of salt and I was like, okay, I want to know every answer to every question.
Yeah.
So I learned it on YouTube. So now you don't have to go to YouTube and you just ask me right away, which is dope. I mean, it's ridiculous. And there's still, I don't know anything. I still feel like I don't know anything. Like I didn't even know about the freaking Pentax and the Asahi. I should have known that. Now I do. See, now I do. Like I learn these little tiny little things every time. And like, that's why I brought this camera. He said, find something that means something to you. And I was like, all right, this one means something to me. Because this was like the first camera that I bought from like when I bought the store, this is the first camera that I bought from a customer. And I got it for a crazy deal. I had no idea how much it was worth. I had no idea what it was, but it looked cool and it worked. And I was like, let's go. And I started doing all the Bolex research, and then I found out that this world in and of itself is a huge rabbit hole and can send you down multiple different things. It can create the most incredible images, and man, I love that thing. It's
awesome.
There's just something about it's the same size as a Micro Four Thirds, but you're shooting it on film, and it's accessible to any of us. We can go grab it, or grab one of these cameras for, low key, under $2,000, you can buy one of these things. And you can throw a roll of film in there and process. And I think it was like three rolls. This is where it gets expensive. 3 rolls through this thing, $1,000 just in developing.
Yep.
3 rolls. Yeah. And that's like 9 minutes. And like, yeesh. But anyways, it was just super fun, like the process, and like after. And then
it's like having a vintage car, though.
It's exactly the same thing. Exactly the
same thing.
Yeah.
Same
your
feeling.
miles per gallon are like 5, but at the same time,
doesn't matter. No.
You're gonna pay.
Everything's breaking. You're always fixing it.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't
you
matter.
enjoy it.
They go
it's the
hand in
experience.
hand.
Yeah, it's like you. Everyone's like, everyone that walks in the store, they're like, "What's the best camera?" No.
Wrong shop.
Don't buy the best camera. Don't buy the best camera.
Yeah.
Buy a camera that's gonna work for you.
Yeah.
Find a camera that's gonna fit into your toolkit.
Yeah.
Like these things are paintbrushes. Yeah. So find a paintbrush that's gonna paint what you want. You have the visions. You have the creativity. These cameras are just tools to allow you to do that.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what we say all the time.
Yep.
We've always lived by that.
They're just tools.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Just like a toolbox over there. I pull out a motor crane or I pull out a robot.
Exactly.
I don't do that for everything I use. You know, you don't use. What did I always say? You don't use the same camera for every shot, or you don't do handheld for every shot.
Exactly.
You don't.
Why do you have a point shoot?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Exactly.
I just use it because sometimes I want to.
Makes me happy.
Well, I bought this I bought it at your store.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even know why I came in. Why did I come in? I have no idea. I always come in. I just come in and hang out. I was looking at
pick
shit.
up film or something.
Oh no, you guys scam me. I saw this on Instagram, and you're like, dude, I'm selling these, and then you're like, what did I say? I'm coming in.
You said, oh, I want one of those.
Yeah, I want it.
And then we're like, he DM'd you, and he's like, somebody's here trying
to get it. And it was this asshole over here.
Yeah, it was super funny. Yes,
and I didn't know that, so he's sitting there. I'm like.
So
I rushed over there.
We literally got him to come in, and it was Alex that was trying to buy the camera.
But Nikki, my girlfriend, was trying to go to dinner, and she was all pissed. I'm like, you gotta wait. I gotta go get this camera. You just gotta wait. So I got on my motorcycle and I just took off. And I'm like, I'll be back in 30 minutes. It was like 2 hours later. I'm like, and she's like, I hate you.
It'll be worth it.
But it was awesome. So I got this before Coachella. So there's a lot of Coachella film I'm about to drop off.
There you go. Love it.
But this thing's awesome. I just wanted something. I have all the gizmos and gadgets of the old film and doing all the manual. I just don't want to I don't want to do that every day.
Yeah,
I want something I could just. And I saw photos from your phone. You showed me at a car show at 4 till 4, and Tyler was like, "Oh, I just bought it." I'm like, "That looks sick. I want that."
They're the craziest little camera. That thing in particular, dude. It's the craziest thing. Like, pick any category of camera.
Yeah.
Dude, you can go so far down that rabbit hole.
Totally.
Cinema cameras, film cameras, Super 8, point and shoots, SLRs.
It's a disease, dude.
Dude, it is.
It's a disease.
It is.
You get stuck. And anything like. Now I'm into sneakers, and that's a whole nother rabbit hole. And I used to be into cameras. I was buying a ton of cameras, and I stopped doing that when I've been shooting more photos on my phone on this app, Filka. I don't know. Shout out to Filka.
No, he put me on Filka too.
Dude, I love it. It's right here. It's on my main thing. I'll click it right here, and that's the only thing I take photos on.
Okay.
And it's actually a really awesome app. Like you have full control of everything.
Guys,
I just got stuck on it though.
We gotta talk about the modern day content that's coming out. Because I know that Alex has a very strong viewpoint on this. So do I.
Yeah.
Well, it's all over the place. Everybody and their mother is a content creator.
So let's just start out with the whole vertical versus horizontal video.
Dude, we're turning our Alexa Minis sideways on a massive head.
Don't even say
We just shot Jeep content, and everything was shot
orientated towards vertical video. I mean, they did do some
We had a 9x16 crop, so
it was they had a crop that they were. So we had to keep everything center frame. So we didn't turn the camera, but we had our frame marks in the vehicles all time or drone. So we keep everything here.
Dude, it was one of those things where we got back, and it was like such an arduous, long job in driving to Utah.
We broke
back.
shit.
We got back, and I was like, dude, all of that for vertical video on a story.
That literally gives me goosebumps, dude.
I mean,
oh my God.
I mean, they have the assets for normal, but that's not what they want. The thing is, it's so powerful right now that all the companies are hopping on the Reel bandwagon.
I mean, just think about it. How are we
crazy.
consuming content?
Yeah,
like this, we're just
I've even noticed personally.
Nobody does this
myself,
anymore.
I think I'm like getting a case of ADHD from it because like I'm noticing my attention span with content
got
is
caught
like
into the Reels.
bad.
Dude, it's insane.
No, we
Like,
all
for
are.
me
We
to
have a
sit
group
down and
chat.
watch something.
We have a group chat,
it's
and
bad.
every now and then it'll swap between me, John, Alex, whoever else is in it, and we'll just be like 10 stories in a row. We'll just get caught in the
But we're like
algorithm.
10 behind.
We don't even talk.
Chance will
it's just all
will post them that are like days ahead of the ones that we just sent, and they're all the same. But we're not keeping. It's like. But the problem is we're not looking at that because of content. It's. We're looking at a lot of the stuff we post is comedy. It's better than TV. It's better than watching TV now.
It's the crack epidemic of content, though.
It's crack.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Reels.
I mean, look at TikTok.
I-
TikTok started it.
My post the other day was the Instagram specifically because it was like such a safe haven for photography, and now it's just like a knockoff version of TikTok. And I was just so like, everything that you like used to be and were supposed to be is like no longer like championed, and now it's just like how can I grab somebody's attention for 7 seconds and then they'll fucking
It is
forget
7
about
seconds.
it.
This is what I was doing with him.
Fuck that.
When I was doing the Reels, I was showing Brandon and Alex because I was started to do stuff on Reelbros, more Reels, and just like I started digging into it more of like the algorithms and like, okay, what does it take for something to go viral? So I just posted this video of me shooting tennis when we were doing a client for Alchemy Labs, and it was a video of me running straight in the shot, and it's at 1.5 million.
It went
views.
viral.
It went viral because I put the right song and a filter on it. There's a whole science to it.
And
but
dude, our account,
they're favoring it.
Our account growth just like
Skyrocketed. Instantaneous, and now it keeps going.
Like
so
they
now
put us
all
in
those
front of
reels are
everybody.
just, they're cycling, and they're always just constantly keeping eyes. And I see why companies are doing it. It's super, this is what Instagram does. They shove everything into a corner, and they want you to use that one product, and they're going to make everything else shit. So
they're
a
just
normal
adapting to competition.
Oh, 100%.
Snapchat comes out, they add snaps and the filters and all that.
What was before TikTok?
comes out, they add the reels.
What was before
Nuff?
TikTok? No, the one that
Vine.
Vine started this whole
But
craze.
where did we go wrong between like Vine died and then Instagram was like the king for forever? I
Yeah,
feel like
Because
it
it
was,
had a blending of it still had photo, and then they added video, and then it was like a mix of video and photo.
yeah, I
think-
remember the glory days of Instagram, dude. I would post a video and I'd be so proud of it. It would do so well, and I was just like, oh, and I got 1,000 views, and I was like, whoa, like it was so nice.
But
And
it's like 30% of your viewers now see a normal post or something.
no, yeah, no,
ridiculous.
literally,
Like
no,
not even.
It's less like of your followers.
Yeah,
dude,
they don't see it.
No, like it's like 10%
Yeah,
of
they
your
don't see
followers
anything.
actually see your post. 10%.
and it's not even
Yeah, it will.
chronological.
I don't know if you remember, but as soon as Instagram changed the algorithm or the feed to be engagement based and non-chronological based, it changed.
Now
that was definitely
now
the
they're
mark.
fucking showing you people that you don't even follow in your feed.
Yes.
No, bro,
and it's
my
like
feed,
a recommended.
I don't even
or
want to be in my
something.
feed.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
sponsored
know.
stuff.
I don't even want to be in
all
my feed anymore.
sponsored.
Yep.
It's all ads or
Yeah.
follow this person, and it's got the little blue follow thing next to it. I'm like,
You-
bro, what?
Dude.
I'm
You
not
wanna know-
following this person.
You want to know
Yeah.
what my favorite reel is, and I'm being facetious on this one, is the I'm a photographer and I took this photo. And then it's like some trash ass
no,
fucking photo.
those are funny
that
because
like
they're
a
making
fucking,
fun of-
No,
people are dead ass.
There are
No,
people
no,
that are dead
And
ass.
no, it's the
There are
dudes.
people that are serious.
I'm sorry to everybody out there shooting with an A7 and that throws a crazy contrasty filter on there. I apologize.
they're all
But y'all, be original. Come on, dogs.
I think it's the
They
it's
can't.
showing-
Everyone's caught. It's all. I mean,
presets.
Peter McKinnon, all these
I was about to
YouTubers.
say the
Presets.
Yeah, all these
presets,
guys,
bro.
they're all just taking each other and they're all trying to just mimic each other. It's just
And then the
they
worst
want to
part-
be that. They want to be that lifestyle. They want to shoot photos like that. So they all just continue to buy everything and
But
do
here's the
everything
problem.
exactly how
People-
they say. Everybody, they're all the same.
People that were actually doing photography beforehand, like presets were cool, but like our presets took us like 3 years, 4 years to like build, and we're
tailor.
constantly tweaked and tailored, and that's how we got that look. And then all of a sudden, all these YouTube fucks came out, and they're like,
Buy my pack.
"Buy my pack that I just did last night," or God forbid, I ripped off somebody else and
definitely
just
ripped off.
rebranded.
Bro,
it.
I was gonna say
Modified
the
it.
amount of I was gonna say
Just
like
modified.
it's
Fuck.
so stupid. You literally all you need to do import a Peter McKinnon preset, tweak the blues to
Yep.
17
Yep.
saturation
Rename it.
instead
Custom
of
luck.
15, and bam, custom luck, guys.
But that's what,
Buy my pack.
there's no originality anymore. I mean, when it comes to like creating your own stuff, there are some people. Don't get me wrong. There's
so
some
what are we
people
gonna do
doing their
about
own
it?
stuff. There's not
Until it
it's too
stops being
saturated.
rewarded,
Yeah.
it's not going anywhere.
It's being rewarded for
it's
shitty
completely
stuff.
rewarded.
That's a great
What
point.
is everyone gets a trophy type deal? When that happened, everything went to shit.
Well, we're gonna get a pinnacle where companies are settling for shit creative and shit creators so much that it's not doing an effect anymore. And like the 7 seconds will be there for a long time, but then somebody's going to be like, whoa, holy shit, look at this thing, or like whatever this is. And it'll really just be like a good piece of content or a good photo.
The influencers affected everything as well because,
I was just about to say that.
Because the companies didn't have to spend money.
That's what I was just about to say.
They're spending millions of dollars on a commercial or a campaign, and they're
They
just
just gotta
giving
give
Joe
people free
Blow over
product.
here that has 1.2 million subscribers. They give him a free product or free stuff and say, hey,
like,
talk about my shit. Say
you-
my
And
name
that's going to sell
5 times.
That's going to sell 10x of what they're.
And they realize that. DJI did
Have
the
you-
same thing.
have
When
you
they're
seen the
sending everybody
new-
drones, you know, all these people get drones now, and they all get stuff. They get the. They
actually
Have you seen the new thing though in the comments?
They all do it. I was in a meeting.
Because like you'll take a photo of like your camera or your drone, whatever, and you'll like post it and tag them. There's a new thing where like companies are commenting on people's photos and they're like, hey, we'd love to use this in our upcoming marketing campaign. Is it cool
you
if we do so?
serious?
And then there's a little tiny link, like a bit link. And that goes to a huge fucking document that's basically you're signing off your entire like forever use of the image, no rights, like
Bunch of
just to
jargon in
them.
there.
You're basically signing over your Instagram photo and they're gonna use it like they could billboard it. Yeah.
It's free.
I was like, it was in one of the Facebook photographer groups, and they're like, "Hey, keep an eye out for this shit because this is happening a lot more."
Some of them.
And bro, I know so many creative. I know everyone that walks into my store. I guarantee you. I mean, there's lots, and bro, this is why
You have a lot of people in your store, by the way. Every time I go in there, there's always
it gets
someone just
more and
hanging
more and
out, or
more.
like,
Dude, it's
but
incredible.
it's also random people too.
I feel like that's what I'm trying to do.
It's kind of cool though. It's diversity is awesome. That you're coming in your store. You want that,
dude. I mean, I literally just had some dude the other day that was like sponsored by Leica and Canon that walked in, and he was just astonished. I was like, wow, how are you astonished by this? And he's like, no one's like this.
Well,
like,
no one's
has a
doing
real spot.
right. Well, no one's doing film in the way that you're doing it, bringing it back to this like modern century or the modern vibe, modern catch of everyone that wants to be doing this stuff, and you're doing that and branding it like a brand, like a lifestyle.
Yeah,
when it comes to film, you're bringing the film lifestyle back with a modern store that people can get excited about.
That's the thing is I just like my thing and why I do this and why this gets me because it's so freaking exciting to see someone that actually has I want to give people passions. Totally. Like that's what it is, bro. Like there's so many people out there that are just so lost. It's like I hate to say it, but like, bro, I was at a point where I was just like, what the hell am I doing? Right. What am I doing here? Yeah. Everyone, like, I feel like everyone goes through that point. So like when you walk into the store, you like, we're all there, bro. We're all there just to do the same shit. Like we're all there to capture our life and just have a good time, like get super nerdy and like stoked on like shooting film. I mean, and it's very raw. Right. It's very raw. Everyone's like, you should get into the online space. I'm like, no, I can't talk to people like that. I can't. Like, that's the whole thing.
It's the physicality of having this. That's why you don't want to go. You're getting away from the digital to get to that physicality of use of this, of clicking stuff. So you want to meet people. You want to talk to people. You want to get in your hand. You want to break it apart.
Exactly.
Every time I go in your shop, you're always like digging through it. You're like picking at things and fixing stuff. And then it's like, it works. Here you go. Next.
The counter is always covered in cameras too. Yeah. You should see his point and shoots now on the wall for sale. You can't see the shelf anymore.
No,
There's
he's
like
been
50
selling point and shoots like crazy.
It's crazy.
I love selling point shoots. I love
it's like the
selling
gateway drug.
No,
dude.
there's been a
fucking
lot of
gateway drug.
There's a lot of chicks that are in there now buying point shoots like a mother, dude. Just like every time I go in there, it's like, what?
You don't got to tell me, bro.
I walked in to drop off my fucking medium format film the other day, and I walked in and I'm like, whoa. Like, this is like a good place to pick up girls.
His store ratio is good. If anyone needs to find a girlfriend
who's into film cameras.
I still can't find anything. I still can't find anyone.
I own the fucking store. Oh
man.
Yeah, you need to find someone that loves cameras and a girl that loves shooting photos as well.
Yeah.
Visit Wilson Camera, sit on the couch, and just sit there all day long.
I was gonna say, dude, I was texting a girl in New York that sent me like 15 rolls of film. Yeah. And what was she saying? She was like, she was commenting on my new puppy, and she was like, you're gonna get Samurai Girl, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, like I did this to not do that, like so I can focus on something else that I can take care of and like totally put that out of my thing. But I mean, but what it does, that's why I think dogs are great, because there's something to just kind of keep you on your toes. Like 100%. You can't be sleeping, you can't be like you just can't be lazy. Like you have to like make sure like it's not just you're taking care of anymore, which is nice. But I don't know, that was a tangent, but
no, it's a good tangent.
100%.
I think everyone that's a couple and that wants to have kids needs to have some type of animal to take care of
Absolutely.
or something.
First.
Get them used to.
Yeah.
Because you guys have to trade off, and when you're gone, she has to take care of her, and vice versa.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of real.
My dogs are my children too. So
Yeah.
Dude,
I
yeah,
relate to
exactly.
that. I relate to
Exactly.
that.
But I got big dogs too that get in my way, which kids are going to get in your way. So you got to learn how to
Yeah. No,
just
dude.
kick them. I kick, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, of course.
Wow, canceled again every
Again,
episode.
all the time. See you later, guys.
Every episode. One canceled. Fucking Christ.
Hey, cancel.
No, John got on the phone one time in the office and was talking to somebody, and I don't remember who it was. And his dog started barking, and he slams the table.
Oh, yeah, go.
And there was just dead silence. Ellie stopped barking, and the guy on the phone was like, "Did you just hit your dog?"
Because I hit the table so loud, it just smacks.
Gosh, dude.
The sound scares him.
I was gonna say, does this sound like I hit my dog? It's
No,
pretty
no,
aggressive.
Her barking just stopped after though, and he.
I'm an animal.
Okay, there you
Like
go.
there was no more
Yeah, it just
barking.
stopped.
It just slam, quiet.
I'm an
Did you just hit
animal
your
lover.
dog?
Relax, everybody. I've had many dogs.
I love
Many dogs. Love my dogs.
Love them.
So you got a ton of people coming through there. What do you think is the reason people are coming in more now for film? Other than like, is it TikTok? Like, I feel like there's a lot more push towards this point and shoot era. Like,
Yeah. So
specifically point and shoot. I feel like the people coming in before were doing like the full manual,
They were.
They wanted to do that
That's
thing.
a great question, actually. So I talk about this and I think about this all the time because there's such a large gap between the people, and I'm trying to like tailor to all these different like people in this niche.
Sure.
There's the people that just have disposables, and they're like, I don't want to point and shoot because I'm gonna drop it, and I only shoot these when I'm drunk. All right, I mean, I'll do your film.
Sure.
Like that's like not like the purest way to do it. Like I'm very purist when it comes to the films thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going to turn you away if you have a disposable. Like, come in. Like, if anything,
money.
when you
still
come in, when you come in with a disposable, it's like, oh shit, you should buy a point and shoot because of this reason, this reason, this reason.
Smart.
It's funny because like the conversion now from disposables to point and shoots is easy because
So
it's
you're
like
just doing it all the time now.
oh, because like one,
Stop
you just
wasting your money.
You stop wasting your money. They're super hard to find. You get 36 shots. It's a glass lens, not a plastic. You know, you give them the spiel, and it literally is dumb if you continue to shoot disposables. It's like, I mean, you're literally just wasting money at that point.
And that's why your shelf is now full of point and shoots.
exactly, and that's why
That's a good point.
that's why they just keep selling and like.
But why are
source
people
them-
buying disposables though?
Yeah,
Where's
people,
that from?
Well, yeah, okay. Here's the deal. It's
What do you think
it's
it
so
is?
many things. It's so many things. It's
The main key point. What would you think
it's David Dobrik when he first like made having the green Fuji disposable like cool.
Oh, wait, he made that app.
David
He made
Dobrik.
the app.
David Dobrik. I'm not gonna lie,
No,
bro.
but he also has his own Instagram that's just all
Bro,
like his point and shoot.
You know
Yeah,
what's
but it's from his app. It's from his app,
It's from his
though.
app.
It's from the
Dude,
app.
It's a filter.
He made a film
it's
app.
Yeah,
it's a
filter.
fucking
It's a fucking filter.
But it's got a
bro.
green box around it, so it looks like you're shooting through the thing. I had it. I
Exactly.
downloaded it.
Exactly.
Is it Huji? It's not Huji.
It's not
No.
Huji, it's not Huji.
I was gonna be like-
You can look it up. It looks like
It's
like
called
on your
Dispo.
f-
It's called Dispo.
Yeah, look on your
okay.
phone. It looks like a normal, like a disposable.
Wow.
But it's just
That's
a
so fucked.
filter, and you
Yeah,
just.
isn't that great? And he made millions of dollars. Millions.
But then
I'm like, bro, where can I like do that so I can open more labs to do the cool shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where can I make my $1 million so I can open up 10 different
Yeah.
stores and do what I'm doing
Yeah.
now?
People want to just de-digitize their life.
But I
in
just-
the image. I feel like it's too sharp now. They just want to make it not so real.
That's my theory. As tech has grown and then the image has grown so
Better and
far
better and
away
better.
from what it was before,
You can see our pores.
you hit a point where people want to address what was in the past and they want to see a different look, and then that's their way to do it. And then, I
you
think
brought-
it has a lot to do with like digital sensors and shit like that.
But you brought up the point of the COVID and everybody wanted to get together. I think that was a major push.
Huge.
When everyone was like, oh,
Huge.
wait a minute, we're so in the digital world.
It
and then we're
kinda
getting closer.
Yeah,
Getting
like-
back to like, I don't know. It's
I
weird.
know a lot of people that were shooting film pre-COVID. I'm not gonna lie, like COVID did inspire this entire new wave. That was the resurgence. COVID like boomed the resurgence. I bought my film camera like right before COVID happened.
Yeah.
So like why I bought a film camera was because my friend posted this shop in Michigan on a story with a bunch of vintage cameras. I was like, holy shit, where is this? Like I need to go right now.
Right.
I walked in there and I was like, whoa. And like now I'm like, wait, do people get that when they walk in? And I'm like, oh yeah, they do. Because they come to the store and they're like, whoa, holy shit, bro! Like, what is this place?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, and it's crazy because I walk in the store every day and I'm like, what can I do to like change it, make it more
that's
like that?
me, dude.
Every time, but like
time.
that's what you have to do.
That's
like,
you as a business owner,
exactly.
just thinking
You
of
have to.
the next thing, the next step. You know,
100%.
you're never
gonna grow.
satisfied with one thing.
Exactly. You're never gonna grow
If
if
you
you're
are, you'll be
satisfied.
the guys that originally own the store.
Yeah,
Get comfortable.
Yeah, 100%.
I think filters and the release of filters on your phone and them replicating old cameras so well, like the David Dobrik thing, or like the disposables. That alone, I think, was a big catalyst for people to pick up an older camera too, because they're like, oh, this is what's this is what my filters are replicating, and they like that look. They fall in love with it. And
why not do the real thing?
Why not do the real thing?
So, I mean, there's literally, overall, end of the day, why do people shoot film? It's the look.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
the look. Like, I mean, top of your list. I mean, obviously, there's a million reasons why you shoot film, but like the number one thing, and every time somebody comes in, they're like, "Oh, why is this whole?" Because we stopped selling digital cameras. What? Like, we literally stopped, and our sales just skyrocketed because we started to focus on our niche.
Wow.
Because
so you were selling digital and film at the same time.
Oh yeah, when I bought the store, they were. I mean, we still have technically a full contract with Canon.
Nice.
We still have our contract with Sony, and we just got rid of our Nikon one. It was super funny. Like, they were like, "You didn't hit your minimum order requirement." I'm like, "Yeah,
I'm out, bro.
Yeah, I'm out. Peace. Peace. So it was funny because when we stopped selling digital cameras, less people just stopped coming in. Like, we stopped selling digital cameras in our we changed our website, and we didn't say anything like we stopped selling digital. We just redid our website to be all analog. So think about it, who's coming in to buy a digital camera these days? You're in your 30s to 60s. Either you're old and you want to point and shoot because you don't have a nice enough phone, or you're looking for a new lens for your Sony, or you're looking to rent something or buy something Canon or whatever. Those people were always 30 and above. They were always 30, 35, 40 and above. And when you think about it, those people, they're not all on Instagram. So when you look up a company, you go to their website.
Right.
And when people looked at our website, they didn't see any digital. So that's why those people stopped coming in. And vice versa. The younger people went to our website and they're like, oh shit, this is a cool film shop.
I want to go in.
Bam. So like it was very odd to see how
switch your
fast
demographic.
Immediately changed. Immediately, like it was like the people that were coming in there before the vibe change, they just loved it even more, and they just come in, they drop off even more, and they just love it.
Totally.
So, and then the remodel happened at the store, and I mean, maybe it is really just the appearance, but the second we changed the spirit, the second we changed the actual physical layout of the store, it was just like, wait a second, I feel relaxed walking in here. It's not so busy. It's comfy.
I want to hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you want to do.
Bro, people come in there, and I swear to God, like people I don't even know come in there, they hang for hours.
Yeah.
Hours.
No, I know.
Literally hours.
I'm in there. I see that.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
insane. I'm like, and at a certain point, it's like, hey man, like,
Buy something.
you gonna buy something or like
You're just gonna take up my sofa seat, sofa space.
But it's cool because like a lot of times, like people like Alex, they walk in and I'm like, I strike a conversation. And it's like, oh man, we'll just be stuck on that conversation for an hour.
I do that
amazing.
we went to the Starbucks next door, and I'm like, oh shit, the store's right there. I'll see you guys. I got out of the car when they were in line, so they went through the line, and I went and said hi, talked shit, and just left, and then left. It was just there. But that's the kind of the vibe that you want to do. That's called it's entertaining. It's what a lot of these
it's
new.
a hub. It's not just a store. It's a hub too.
It's a lot of these retail stores are doing now. I mean, I went to a one in Miami called Trophy. What was it called? Trophies. I can't remember. Trophy something. But it was a shoe store. But they had couches, they had TVs, they had coffee, and they were you hang out.
You feel like
it's entertainment. It's like you want to be there.
For me, it's so weird. Okay, this is kind of weird.
Trophy room is what it's called.
So you guys know the strip, the little strip that we're in the mall. The strip mall there. So there's like an edible arrangements. There's like watch shop.
There's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, a lot of traffic. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. I don't know about you guys, but like I'm like very like I'm not gonna walk into somewhere unless like I feel like I'm gonna be like first like greeted and like respected and all that kind of like.
Of course.
And like I walked into like maybe two of the stores.
And they don't care.
I get the same vibe. I'm like, hi, what are you in for? Okay, sounds good. Okay, bye.
Yeah, no, you're not running a.
It's
service.
super weird.
Well, you're running a lifestyle. You're not running. They're running a
non-existent.
business. This is kind of that new wave of that lifestyle idea. This is kind of what Reelbros was too. We had a whole different idea of what a production company wanted to be.
Dude, yeah, you guys made it look cool.
Yourself.
You guys made it look fucking
just have
dope,
fun,
man.
Yeah,
it's super cool.
That was the idea. Just be different a little bit.
It can't be all business all the time. Like, but you have to be business. But like,
for it to be,
you guys made it look cool. I was like, and then Tyler was like, yeah, dude, they're like, he was like, yeah, like I'm working with Reelbros, and I'm like, damn, I'm fucking jealous, bro. Like that's sick, dude. Like, cause like you guys made it look cool. So like when you make it inviting, people are going to come in. They're gonna come in, and like especially if you give them one good experience.
Yep.
Game over. They're there for life. And like a lot of the times, like you said, they're not even gonna come in there to buy something. They're just gonna come in to hang or ask questions.
And that's the people you want coming in.
Absolutely.
That's the the look you want to have. That's the stuff you want to portray to other people.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
like, oh wait, because when I come in and then you have a line of people waiting to get the counter, they're thinking they're just at a camera store, and I come in, I'm like, oh, what's up? And I like hang out for a minute. They're like, oh wait, this is a different place.
You feel like
I should come back.
I feel like the rock star.
There's people that are coming in just, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird.
Dude, that store, like I tell
It's a good
everybody,
vibe.
I tell everybody about that store. I'm like, dude, I can't explain it, bro. You just gotta come in and feel it because it's never the same.
Sure.
Every single day is different, and it's all like you can like feel the energy in the room.
Totally.
Like always, you can feel the vibe, whether it's like a stress vibe or like a super chill. Like sometimes we'll have like all the employees will come, like the end of the day, we'll all come out from the back because we've done our day's work and we're all just shooting the shit and just like absolutely cracking up over something. And someone will walk in and we're like, hey, what's good?
That's great.
And then they're immediately like, what's good? It's super fun. Those are like the moments I live for. And then they ended up walking out with like a $200 bill. And I'm like, dope.
Got him.
Like, it's not even like got him. It's like, I got you.
Yeah,
we're good, man. Like I hooked you up. Like, and I always like try to like make the cool deals. And
Sure.
Oh, dude, I've just like tested the waters on this. So I bought these cameras. They're Contax G1s. They're really cool cameras. Like everyone knows the Contax T2.
Right.
It's basically the Contax T2, but like more manual functions. It's still autofocus, interchangeable lenses. But they're a little expensive. I mean, still, they're like $700, $800, about $1,000, anywhere between like $600 and $1,000 in there. And not a lot of people, but everyone wants one. They all want them.
Yeah.
But no one's willing to drop the cash on them. So I'm like, okay, how about this? So I bought 5 of them.
You're gonna rent them out.
And I've been taking trade-ins. And like I take trade-in, I give them like pretty good value for the trade-ins. But think about it, I buy these cameras and I'll just drop my plug. I buy a lot of them from Japan. Like I know these dudes from Japan. Like I know these camera stores.
That's gonna get the sickest.
It's super weird. And like the cool thing is like eBay does a lot of the translating for you. So like you'll have conversations with these people and like you can talk to them. You're like, hey man, like can you send me a video of like the lens with
And they're
with
usually
a light behind
super
it?
down.
Yeah, they're always down because they want your money really
of course.
bad.
Yeah.
So I'll buy these cameras like at a reasonable price.
Right.
Like I'm not getting the deals. Like I'm buying them at a reasonable price. But the cool thing is like I'm selling them for basically the exact same price, or I'll take your trade-in and I'll sell your camera for way more than you could.
Yeah, that's smart.
So for example, I took in an EOS 1V and an AE1 plus $200 cash for a G1. I think I paid like $750 for the whole kit, but I can sell just the EOS 1V for $1,000. And then bam, you got $200 cash and you got like a $250, $300 AE1. It's like bam, that makes sense. And it's a win-win because they just pay $200 in 2 cameras they don't use for a G1. That's what they're actually going to use, and I'm going to empower them to shoot more film. They keep coming back and shoot more film in the process with me.
Exactly.
Great business.
More money.
Perfect, man. It's like a win-win. Fucking all wins.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like no one's getting screwed out. I'm not screwing
And you just started
somebody.
that?
Just did it.
Nice.
And like I bought 5 of them. I spent like $5,000.
Yeah.
All of them gone. All of them gone. Like
That's
like
crazy.
Yeah, people trading me.
What's a hype camera?
Frontlanders.
It's like the hype shoes.
Yeah.
Those are hype cameras right now.
They're hype cameras.
Like
Literally,
the titanium one that you had the other day. I went to that
The
shoot with
tiny
Jeep,
one?
and the
What's that tiny
DP he pulled that one out of his pocket. I was like, son of a bitch. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to this week's podcast. We hope you're enjoying it so far. Want to take a quick break here to talk to you about an awesome opportunity to improve and grow your business and profits. I know a lot of our listeners are business owners or freelancers in the creative space, and sometimes the back end of your business can be a real struggle. Things like accounting, getting ready for tax season with endless 1099s, and more can be a tough time for creative individuals who'd rather be behind the camera than a spreadsheet. Which is why we wanted to give you all a little help and point you in the direction of Core Group. Who is Core Group, you might ask? Core Group is a small business that is helping other small businesses with things like taxes, strategy, planning, and growth. There's so much more than just an accountant you meet with at the end of the year or tax season. They're a group of people dedicated to helping you expand your business through planning and strategy. And each account gets a person who's there to call and meet with you to discuss any future plans you might have. We love having our meetings with Jeremy as we discuss future plans for our own business and larger purchases. We've been with them for a couple of years now, and I can tell you the difference from when we made the switch was huge. Let's talk about saving a lot of money on taxes. We knew we had made the right decision after our first tax season with them. It's important to get someone who understands your industry, and Core Group works with small businesses in the medical, manufacturing, insurance, construction, and most importantly to us, marketing and video production industries. They know the ins and outs of how to set up the back end of your business for success and can work with a variety of needs and budgets. If you're a business owner or freelancer and looking to take a step in the right direction for your business, follow the link below or email one of the individuals in the description of this podcast to sign up and get more information on how Core Group can partner with you and start helping you strategize and plan for the future. Let them know the Reelbros sent to you. Once again, Core Group is a small business like yourself, meaning you get more personalized service and someone who truly wants to see your business succeed. So feel free to check it out.
Okay. I was going to bring up for the podcast the scratching the lens. I mean, we brought it up on live, but for the podcast, maybe we should talk about that again.
You should definitely talk about that.
I mean,
So someone on live, for people that obviously weren't listening to the podcast because we were doing it live, that doesn't make any sense. We threw out something, we talked about film, and then someone goes, just scratch the lens.
So yeah, okay.
what
So
does that mean?
here's the deal. Long story short, was it a TikTok or a reel? Like the original
Send it to
video.
us.
I think it's a reel. It might be. They do both. They
Either
double
way.
post.
Either way.
Well, yeah, people just cross post.
Long story short, this chick was making a
it's TikTok.
serious video. It was a serious video. Like, she was being honest. She was like, oh, yeah, like, one of my lenses broke, blah, blah, blah. Like, I have to manually focus. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, yeah, before throwing it away, I was like, I might as well just try scratching my lens and see what it looks like. Mm-hmm. And it was done the right way to where, like, everyone thought she was being serious, and then it was just made into a giant meme because she posted the photos, and the photos did kind of look like there was a pro mist on it, and people were like, oh my God. And then there was like a immediate split between people like, why would you ever scratch your lens? And people that are like,
Oh, yeah.
maybe I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, and then
and then it was just an instant battle, and now we're talking about it. So
do we have a shitty lens? Let's
They've
do it right
obviously
now.
Yeah.
won.
Didn't you send?
We got a
I
crap
thought you
lens in
sent it
there?
to us.
I think I did. Yeah.
I can't find
Do we have
it.
a kit lens in there somewhere? Scratch
but
it up?
like
I would
it's
never.
anyways.
I probably would, honestly.
This is also again just on the topic of just like how
Character,
things,
bro.
dude, things just blow up because they're stupid,
Yeah.
and like because it just gets people to talk about it. It's not making any sales for anyone. No one's after a money grab. This is just the stupidest fucking shit
Yep.
ever.
Yep.
It's like, and it's, to be honest, it's actually breached farther out than the photography community. People are looking at this
yeah.
video and they're like, what the fuck? They're like, holy shit, someone literally scratched their lens and it looks like that. Maybe I should get into photography.
Yeah.
People send me stuff all the time. Even the guy that the Ronin fell off the truck because
Dude, that video,
That's
see,
my-
Everybody saw it.
It's
it
not-
doesn't matter
it's
who
not
you
even-
were.
no,
I was
literally
getting
everyone
sent
saw
that
it.
all the time. I was just like, I had stopped replying. I was like, geez, this guy's getting
All this attention.
all this
for, like,
attention for the shit work.
a worst mistake you could
And
make.
things happen. I get it.
and dude, that wasn't like that wasn't even an accident, bro.
Well, dude,
That
if
was-
you-
But dude, the PA didn't
think-
lock.
Did you watch? I was gonna say no. Seriously, did you watch like the behind the scenes? It wasn't a behind the
No.
scenes. I don't remember who did it, but somebody did a video about it. They interviewed the guy that did that, and he was like, yeah, dude, like I literally didn't lock the Ronin.
Yeah,
Like, that was
shit
my fault.
happens. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
No,
I was like,
he must have not even been on the pin or anything.
there's-
But like, think about
doesn't
doing that 10 to 15 years ago. Like, you would have like career suicide for a lot of people.
Yeah.
because it was all internal. It was all
100%.
But
it was
now,
all,
like social media wise, everybody's like, wow, that's
You
like
gotta-
really shitty and
you gotta
but like I'm
understand.
still gonna follow this guy.
You got to understand the amount of views that the guy got. He's not getting a job from Ferrari or Jeep or anybody legit. It's not gonna. He's just getting attention from people that want to see shit break.
Yeah.
Everybody loves seeing cars jump and then everything breaks and then it's just funny because you don't do that to your car.
And it's not
But you
you.
know why? Example A. What's Whistling Diesel? His entire YouTube channel is built off of breaking
doing stupid shit.
and breaking
Doing stupid
everything because people won't go buy that and they won't go break it, so they just want to watch it. It's entertaining. You're like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I see
I'll-
Colby get stuck and he's like, this asshole is breaking all this stuff.
You
Oh
see
my
the
god,
sky-
he's dropping it
the
from a
Skyline
helicopter.
video?
Just like this dude.
Oh man.
But you watch it because it's entertaining because
Yeah,
you don't
it's-
do that.
Well, and they make
It's-
tenfold over on it. That's their
Exactly.
business model.
Exactly,
And they have
but-
margins on it. So.
But that's what this stuff is. That content's just for us to be like, oh my god, that's ridiculous. Go look at
Yeah.
this.
Have you seen the dudes that have completely realized this, that it's just about how many times the reel is replayed? And they'll make a 7-10 second reel that has literally makes no sense. It's like somebody putting on a sock, take it out, put their feet in water, and then squirt a balloon or some shit. It's like some stupid shit.
Oh,
and they'll
some of the
just-
stuff is like, it melts my
But
brain.
it makes you watch it a second time, like, what the fuck was that? Why did that just happen? And then before you know it, you have like everybody doing that, and then it has millions of
or the
views.
ones, the tutorials, do this and count to 7 seconds and clip your thing here and there. And it's like,
I think that's my biggest problem
Gross.
with it.
The tutorials.
I grew up doing photography And like I started shooting film, like 35 millimeter negatives before anything.
Well,
like
I did
never
that in high
digital.
school, that's
Like
why.
I fucking wish I
I've been
started with that.
film
I
from the
literally
start.
do.
But like
I did that in high
so
school.
I've spent all this time in my life like going after something I really love, and I'm like, it means something to me to be like a photographer, or like this camera, my Leica. Like I worked and saved from jobs for years to be able to buy that as like a symbol of like I love photography. And then now I see on social media, it's like people are hijacking it.
It's literally
like,
sad, bro. I'm literally over here like sad.
They're
I'm
buying a
genuinely
camera.
fucking sad, bro. Because like that makes me so happy to hear.
Yeah.
And I don't hear anything like that anymore. It's genuinely so fucking upsetting.
It's just
It's just like I bought a camera and this lens and I got this preset pack
me
and I
attention.
shot one photo shoot with my cousin.
And here's the results.
I'm a photographer. And then everybody sees like, oh, that looks like really cool. That
and then
looks
they
like
actually
fun.
get hired
Like,
for stuff because people are noticing that he's saying that
And now-
he or she is a photographer.
And now I can't find any actual photographers.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, you do.
Everyone's
They
like,
don't
oh, what's your
boast.
favorite photographer? Like, I don't fucking
Yeah.
have one, bro.
Well, they do.
Like,
They're
who-
quiet.
where are they?
They're quiet. They're working.
Yeah.
They're actually working. They're working
Yeah.
professionals. They don't give a shit because they're gonna get. They're doing it. They're doing the real stuff. They don't have to boast about the fake
But
stuff. The people that are always boasting
Instead
about
of
the
getting,
stuff, they're faking
instead of
everything.
getting the attention though, I mean like Tyler Shields is one of my favorite like fine art photographers. Like instead of getting like massive like million followers,
Mm-hmm.
like he's got like such a small following, but does like some of the coolest
Most of the
work.
biggest DPs in
and
the
it's
world.
like some dickhead with presets
Yeah.
shoots
Oh, yeah.
a same building in New York that everybody fucking shoots because they look at the geotag and they go there and then they're like, oh, there, all right, copy paste, done, and like has a huge following and everybody's like aspiring to be that. And I'm just like, what? Like you said it. Where the fuck did this all go wrong?
yeah.
The
I think at the
DPs
end
that
of the-
shoot like Batman, they have like little followers. The guy just
Yeah.
shot Batman. Like these are the professionals. They don't care though.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, though, like we always say, it real recognizes
Is real,
real.
yeah.
So that's the takeaway from all this is
Bro, where the hell did you get that quote?
We've been
But
saying that for a
we
while.
just always say that.
Yeah.
Bro, literally, dude. That's what like genuinely, dude, that makes me sad. And like I almost feel like shit capitalizing on all these people that want to come into my store because they saw TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck.
But
man,
if you get
that's
that
not
one
genuine.
person, you can look at it like if you get that one person out of that group that actually does genuinely
Enjoy
love
it,
it
then
and
it-
like
it
pursues it
supplements.
to a certain
Yeah.
Right,
higher
yeah.
level, then like
It
then
could,
was worth
yeah,
it.
it's a double-edged sword. Like
Yeah.
it could be the catalyst to get newcomers into the space
100%.
itself. You know.
Yeah,
I just feel like car culture, it mirrors car culture and like it's the cool
That
thing
went
to
to
do.
shit.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so everybody got into it for the wrong reasons. And now like when you go to car shows, you're just like,
Oh no,
this
I
is
don't go to
toxic.
them anymore.
Like,
That's why the only one I go to. So that's how I met Alex. I went from Houston, Texas. It was the biggest cars and coffee
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
like it was massive.
Yeah.
It got ruined by just jackasses.
I was
it
gonna
was amazing.
say that I remember. I think it was like 2015, bro. I
Yeah.
don't remember who filmed it, but I was like, that is
Oh, no.
coffee. That was
Dude,
the epitome. I
it
saw a
was
video of
amazing.
Houston, bro.
We have
Ridiculous.
it was organized by where you were doing all the main cars. It was beautiful. Anyway, it was really cool, and I was in the car community a lot. And then I met him in college, and then did you start it with someone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, he started this little thing with someone else, car group, and that was going. And then we go to shows all the time, and then over time it just got ruined by shit stuff. And then now that's why I go to 4 Till 4.
Yeah.
because those are legit dudes that show up
it's
there
something
with
else.
legit cars, and they
people
actually
started
drive.
to do it for social media. And as soon as you started seeing cars with Instagram tags pop up, that was like
I don't go to cars.
the
and
car
Coffee anymore.
community is kind of was dead to me, and I just stopped going.
The North
Yeah, dude.
Scottsdale one, it's trash. It's
I
a bunch
think
of
you said
meatheads
it.
up
As
there.
soon as
dude.
the social media became just as important as the vehicle,
cars.
as the cars,
Yeah.
that's when it got fucked.
Bro, I
It's
mean,
all
people
about-
are just
and it
losing.
all starts
people
with
are
stance.
people are literally just losing the why with all of this shit.
Yeah.
They
Well,
just don't.
It's the passion. It's not passion anymore. It's
Yeah.
attention.
Well,
Yeah.
people's why becomes views rather than
Exactly.
like their
Yeah.
love for the tech or
Yeah.
I like that.
the specific
Yeah.
model.
Yeah,
why.
True.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I saw it firsthand with my business or with Mint Motion. Mint Motion was like my first company.
What was that about?
Mint Motion was my car show company. Like,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Dude, like, I mean, I hate to boast about it, but like, we blew that shit the fuck up,
Yeah.
man. Like, from one year, literally
Sick.
20 cars in a Meyer parking lot to the next year throwing a massive show with Clean Culture
Nice.
with like the trucks
Yeah.
jumping in the parking lot and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it was huge how we like grew it from so small, like, because I loved the real shit. I just wanted
Right.
it. So I'd be super active on the Instagram. I didn't show my face. Nobody knew who I was, but it was super cool because it was like, I would post the spot like 4 hours before the meet, and people were all attentive. Like the engagement on the post and within like these 2 hours was ridiculous. And then people would show up, and it was like people didn't even go for the cars. They came to fucking hang out, dude.
Totally.
And the cars were just like a
100%.
byproduct. It
Exactly.
was so goddamn dope.
Exactly.
And then, bro, this year, so last year we did like four meets because we're like, okay, we were so big that we couldn't find any locations that we could like go to without actually like having to ask permission.
Right.
Like, cause that was kind of the fun part about it. It was like nice and small, and then we were able to like go to like this one spot and like chill there for a little bit. No one would kick us out, and we would just hang. And then like we got to a point where there were so many cars where we had to like rent a venue. So we rented the same venue 4 times, which fucking killed me. Yeah. I was like, cause the original.
It's like underground racing. You just went to, when we were in Houston, you'd go to different garages, and then the cops would come in or whatever, and you have to get out.
It was crazy.
Like you do all kinds of meets all over the place.
And everyone was just kind of a community. Even in LA, when I got super into the scene there, like even the takeovers, bro, like it went from like, someone was doing like a burnout in the parking lot. It was like, oh shit, to people literally like committing crimes.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Like
100%.
takeover energy is
Crashing,
ridiculous.
running into people.
It's insane.
Like,
I mean,
The
bro.
guy, they just arrested a guy here in Phoenix
I saw
for the
that.
flamethrower.
I saw that.
He had a flamethrower at like one in LA, and they arrested him the other
In
day.
Phoenix, yeah.
And he got
was an
sent back to
actual
California.
flamethrower or not a
Fuck
flamethrower?
yeah.
An actual flamethrower.
An actual flamethrower.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Oh, like not like
No,
Elon
like
Musk.
he's on video,
Well,
like
Elon's is not a flamethrower.
shooting flamethrower. Elon's
It's
is a
literally
roof,
called
it's
not a
It's a
flamethrower.
roof torch.
Yeah, no, it's literally. I was gonna say it's like a little propane torch,
roofing
just
torch.
in a gun casing. Like that's all it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, but the funny thing was, or not funny thing, the horrible thing is this year with Mint Motion, we went silent. We went completely silent. We haven't posted since November of last year. We haven't said anything because, bro, like literally just seeing these small little like, Imacity click this group. I'm like. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done. And it's not like it's done. We literally just went completely silent. We just ghosted the whole community because it's like, you guys don't deserve to have a spot to come hang out anymore because you think that it's all about the attention.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're going to come to our meeting, like if we throw a meet this year, or if we throw a show, dude, I'm accepting people that have decent cars, and it's going to be like everyone can come, but like, we're doing it. It's going to be at my dad's little venue, at my dad's little spot in Grand Rapids, and it's going to be like the only time that I'm home, and it's going to be good. We're going to make it special. But,
Totally.
But like we had to like completely shut it down this year. Like we can't throw anything because last year we had a dude pull out a gun at our show, and I'm like, bro, that's it. That's the top. That's the top.
That's the top
We
signal.
can't. That's it. That's the signal. We got to stop.
Hey, fuck you.
No, seriously. If you
crazy.
have any of that takeover energy, like that kind of like,
Don't show up, dude.
Nah.
That's not why we're there.
Get out, man.
We're there to hang out.
we don't want you. Nobody wants you.
No.
And then you're freaking GTI with fucking straight pipe, bro.
Yeah, just
Dude, that's so
constantly
cool, bro.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
when
that's what I think.
it became
404
about,
nailed
just
it
like-
though.
Dude, yeah. I don't know what it is about 404.
He
They
nailed
that
it.
shit. I don't know.
He doesn't have anybody. Well, yes, the
money.
cars are
the
much
money.
higher. Much higher dollar cars,
but even then, it's
he
just
kept everyone out. He had these core like people that keep showing up.
And you know what it is
They're
from?
all car collectors.
I was gonna think it's all from the Porsche guys, and that's
Oh,
why
the Porsche.
I've gotten so far into the Porsche
Oh,
community.
dude, that's
I've talked to so many people, and it's just
My
it's
dream.
because they're all about driving, and they're all about
driving.
the cars and like the analog feel and like how like the driver's connected to the road. They do it for the right reasons.
totally.
That
They buy
used to
those.
be the
Those are
culture
very
in the
expensive
Porsches,
cars.
is attention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
And there's a culture around the Porsches. There's you know like everything about
The
it.
Porsche day is the best day there.
beautiful,
dude.
bro.
It's so sick.
It's
they all
gorgeous.
show up. That's why when it was nice, I'd ride my bike and show up in the morning, chill for a couple hours, go home.
Yeah.
That's the best. Because then you could I sit down, I will I will go by myself, grab a coffee, sit there on the ledge, and there's always someone there that will just start conversating about something.
Yeah,
and
true.
that's what it used to be in the car community. You just show up, have a coffee, and then you just be talking to someone. Now it's just like, who's the most hype motherfucker out there?
Yeah, and that's why that's the only thing that I do. Like I feel like I'm like not even a car guy anymore. Like I used to be like, yeah, I'm.
Oh no, I'm
huge
not.
car guy.
I'm out of it. I have no idea
out.
what's going on.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm so out of touch.
Yeah, you can be a car guy. You're just not in touch with the local hoodlums.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the local community. Or
You
local
stay in touch
shows.
with the stuff you want.
Exactly.
I stay in touch with the cars I want in the future.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
100%. And one positive thing to touch on in the car scene is like oh, y'all bringing cameras? That shit's dope, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I'm like, dude, there's like just as many people here without cameras as there are with cameras. And then there's film and all this. I'm like, dude, this is kind of dope because people actually think that these pieces are, or that these cars are art. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's dope because they are.
They are.
And like, I remember. I mean,
not the GTI with straight pipes, but you know what I mean.
Dude, like you guys all know Crispy Media. Chris, I love you. I miss you, bro. But he back in like 2015, 2016, 2017, he started this whole stigma of like get a Ronin, get a Sony, and film these cars with a smooth angle. Put a
dope beat on it.
Put an EDM song on it and post it and call it cool. But like Crispy did it. Yeah. Crispy did it. Crispy made it, and he made it fucking dope, dude. He made it dope. Not gonna lie, I got sucked in too. I bought a Ronin A7S too.
A lot of people did.
A lot of people did. But like, I stopped doing that very shortly after I saw every motherfucker with a Ronin M with a Sony A6400 or A6, whatever. Like, it's just everyone.
When everyone showed
to,
up, I stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even bring cameras anymore.
Nah.
AKA, that's why I shoot on this more now.
That used to be my
shoot on that morning.
I know. I my job.
Yeah.
I used to do that for shops and stuff. Yeah. Like that was my job.
Yeah. I remember. I met Mike Koziel in 2017 shooting for Rotiform at this show, and I was like, dreams. Like I want to be shooting for a company for a reason, not for like my YouTube channel so I can get noticed by someone. Like I want to. And I did it. I got airlift. Dude, oh my God, I miss shooting for airlift. That was the funnest thing because they gave me all full creative freedom and
airlift was dope. Dude, I need it for the Audi actually.
Yeah,
do you have a hookup still?
I do have a hookup. I have massive hookups. Bro, Airlift's the homie, bro. They're in Lansing, Michigan, which is an hour away from Grand Rapids, where I grew up. So
I need to back the Audi.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I bought that car actually.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say if you need air, dude, honestly, I have my rep and I have another dude that's like massively sponsored, but like I shot like a bunch of like documentaries and shit, bro. Funny story, Airlift, if you're hearing this, y'all gotta get your shit together because y'all paid me $7,000 and never posted my video.
Hey, that happens. That happens. I've stuff that. I'm like, bro, lots of money. It doesn't go anywhere.
I'm like, what? But like, I loved that video. It's my favorite. That video is a 30-minute documentary about the show in Gatlinburg, and it wasn't even about the show. It was about all of our experience, and that's why I love that so much. And it was funny.
Maybe they're waiting for the right moment, dude.
Honestly, they could be because that video is still relevant. That video is still relevant. Honestly, if you guys saw that one, you'd be like, "Damn, bro,
probably."
I miss the car community. Like that's every time I go back and watch that, I'm like, "Damn, that's what it was like."
Well, like
I miss that shit.
H2O. I grew up watching all the H2O videos.
Thank you, Koziel and Crispy for literally serenading my mind with beautiful images.
Back when it was a Volkswagen Audi show. And then they started to let in like other brands, and then it became like a stance show, and then the police cracked down on everybody, and now people just go there to get their cars impounded for like Instagram, and I'm just like, fuck, I never got to go.
Yeah, dude, I went last year. It was decent. I went in 2019. I stayed with Koziel and Chris and all them, and it was an interesting vibe because everyone that was there that knew or that was like an OG, I stayed with like the OGs. Like, I literally just like reached out to Mike and I was like, hey man, like you're going to H2O, right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, you guys got like room, like I'm trying to go. And he's like, yeah, dude, of course. And like just Venmo Chris. And I was like, bet, sounds good. Venmo Chris. And like I went and had no idea what to expect. Like all the guys that were like OGs there, bro, they were like sad. They were talking like how we're talking right now about the community. It's like they were sad because they saw
everybody.
They saw all this stuff. Yeah, they were all frustrated after they left. And then
fucking old fucks.
I remember like all the dudes, they all made posts saying like, it's our last year, we give up. Like this is it. Like we're done. And I'm like, bro, like is the car scene
things always change? They always fade out. Everything, everything always shifts.
I don't know, because it's not about the cars anymore. It's the problem. Like when you go to a car show and you like are talking with somebody about their car and you know more about their car, it's kind of a weird like.
It's weird.
It's weird. Like, why are you here? Are you here because you like cars, or are you just here because you think you look cool and you're slammed Civic?
And then there's the people that have the cool cars. Like for example, I can name a personal experience. I was at Gatlinburg one year and I had been following this dude that had a ridiculously stanced FRS, like to a point where I was like, all right, I gotta give you some respect for literally driving that thing.
Yeah.
I met him because I was like, damn, like he had a ton of followers on Instagram, seemed like a dope dude on Instagram. Just shook the dude's hand one time and I'm like, what the fuck? who are you?
Yeah.
Like, you don't love cars. You're literally there for the hype and the fucking long. I mean, bro, like, it's
of imposters.
It was horrible.
That started coming out too when the wide bodies.
Were you a forum sleuth?
Rocket.
Like
No,
Vita,
never.
Like Vita Vortex or anything like that? Oh my God.
Wide bodies.
I was always, dude, I'm not going to lie, bro.
Oh, was that pipe? What was that?
I have to credit Chris, man. Like, I have to credit Crispy, dude. Like, he got me into cars and cameras.
Nice.
Like, swear to God, bro. Like, he's the reason I bought my Sony. And then ever since I bought my Sony, I like kind of got myself into it and got really nerdy. But like, the reason I wanted to freaking,
Shout out Sony.
the reason I wanted to freaking wanted to buy a 240 is, because I watched all the videos and like I saw the drifting and like all that, and like if anybody wants to buy an S14 shell, let me know.
Oh, you still have it?
I do. Yeah.
Sick.
Anyways, it was, I don't know. I felt like it was very pure back then. When like
Totally.
it got me inspired, and I was just watching all the YouTube videos, and I was like, I want to go to these shows. And then I went to Slammed Off Gatlinburg, and I was like, whoa, this isn't what the videos look like.
Yeah.
This is totally different.
Texas
I'm like,
2K. I want to go to Texas 2K. I'm from Texas and never went.
Texas 2K's kind of like stayed somewhat true to its roots.
Somewhat. I mean, they're getting cracked down more. Texas 2K, for those of you who don't know, is
no idea.
massive street racing.
Oh, It's
Really?
like a week long.
It's a week. It's all street
highway
racing.
runs.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Houston's big into street racing. But that's like where underground racing, the twin turbo Lamborghinis, those were born there.
Really?
Oh my God, they do. They just go on the highway, and there's hundreds
Yeah,
of
that sounds
cars
dope.
that take up, and they're all dope cars, and they just take up the entire highway, and they just take turns.
Like you're like
they
50
go in
car
line,
deep
boom,
roll racing.
boom,
Yeah.
boom. They're all just roll racing all night long. It's
pretty
around
crazy.
the
That's
whole
pretty cool.
beltway.
Damn,
loop.
bro, that sounds lit.
It's sick. We used to do it all the time. We used to go to 2-lane roads, drag race, all that. There was races all the time we would go to. Like our high school was like, you leave school and then,
It's like
you go race.
Fast and Furious. That scene at the start. Like,
dude, I used
how
to
about
be in
you race
garages
for
where you
me,
leave.
boys? All right.
But I've yet to go to actually 2K. My brother's gone. Like he says it's chaotic because they're always, the cops are cracking down on it more, but they don't care. They just keep going. People just pay. There's people that have they're stupid expensive cars. They don't care.
And they're throwing.
But it's
The funny thing is they're throwing mad cash on like the bets.
Oh,
like,
yo, they're betting
holy
like crazy.
shit, bro! Like 10 grand a race.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah, no.
Like Jesus Christ,
It's a
but,
big week.
dude. Yeah, and I just remember how pure the energy was at like the car meets in LA, where it was like, oh, the cops bust one spot. Where's the next?
Yeah, where's the
spot?
next one? Everyone has to figure it out. Where's that text coming to? We used to do all that shit.
Dude, I missed that. Like
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
pure, and then it became vicious.
Yeah.
Like where did we, dude? I just think that I'm not gonna lie, man. This is probably a little bit bigger conversation, but I feel like just the human race has gotten super angry. Everyone's gotten angry. Everyone's gotten super
they're a lot
angry with
more
all the
tense.
aggression.
Yeah.
They've gotten super intense and just like COVID pissed everyone off too.
Force-fed danger all the
Yeah,
time.
100%.
Someone
And-
told me this. Who told me this the other day?
I told you this.
The danger thing?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Joe Rogan was on Schultz's podcast, and they got high as fuck, and they were talking about, dude, it's a good episode. It's 3 hours long, but they were talking about how we were only intended to like see danger in our area. So like tribally, like 100 people. I know like he's dangerous and there's a fire over there.
I'm gonna stay
That's all
away.
we're meant to deal with.
Like-
Not like 24/7 news. Like Ukraine is being blown the fuck up.
and
The
Africa
Middle
is-
East
yeah.
is dying. Like and just be
everyone's
bombarded
just
by danger,
stressed.
danger. Chicago shootouts every night.
You're just seeing
so it's
all
like
of this
adding
shit.
anxiety to us.
Yeah, all this stuff. I don't even watch the news anymore. I can't because it's stupid. But
I think it's
It's just like-
information has been like, as we said earlier, like YouTube
easily
University,
accessible.
accessibility of information has been like one of the best things that could have ever happened.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people for film stocks. There's people that have done film stocks at every single film stock at ISO 1 up to like ISO 128,000 just cause. And it's like documented and you can go learn from that. It's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. But then there's also all this other information that's constantly like no relevance to our lives, but it's just pushed down our throats all the time.
yeah,
It's pretty sad.
And then you got
That's-
fucking
shoved.
Instagram reels.
and you have the entire TikTok app.
Yeah.
but you can't. It works.
That's
Can't hate
that's
it
the
as much
worst
as
part.
we. That's the thing. You got to have it. You don't have it, you're screwed.
All right, let's transition from here, from all
Questions?
this anxiety-ridden
Yeah, a lot of
despair.
anxiety and sadness.
This whole conversation got me so sad, bro.
We,
You know what? Never mind. I'm just glad that there's real bros out there.
Son of a bitch, dude.
There you go, baby. That shit's facts.
okay.
But no, seriously, on a real note, I'm glad that there are people out there that
Yeah. They're still there. The true
real recognizes real.
Real recognizes real, and that's what makes me happy. And I'm glad to indulge in these relationships versus
100%.
the toxicity of the algorithm.
Well, that's why we keep showing up. If we thought you were some
Social
hypebeast
media
fake
is
fuck trying to self-film the kids because they're on TikTok, then we probably wouldn't be having this podcast.
Exactly, dude. That's
It's true.
He's like, I'll self-film to him still.
so like I still got Portrait 400.
Check out that Portrait 400.
Yeah, for sure.
So we got some questions from the peeps.
I think I see.
Are there more than
This one comes from our own Colby Sassano, and
Colby Sassano,
I like this one a lot.
He's sitting right here.
If you were, this is gonna be a hard one.
He could ask it.
If you get one camera to shoot photography on for the rest of your life, what camera would you choose?
If I had one camera to shoot for the rest of my life, I mean, maybe it's not like M4. To be honest, it'd probably be an M6. And it'd probably be a 35 Summilux. Probably my lens that I have on there, I'll never get rid of that thing.
35? I love a 35.
Bro, 35 is the best
great.
focal length. Argue with me, 35 is the best focal length. Change my motherfucking mind.
Why the M6 instead of the M4?
Favorite,
Built-in light meter?
Built-in light meter. Yeah. I mean, I love the M4. It feels great, but it's literally the M6 with no light meter.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. But also, I have a
like one of the best fucking cameras ever.
I mean, what more would you want?
Yeah. And it's so simple and true.
Well,
Did you see the fucking,
it's like
the one they just sold like a few months ago? It was.
Can you get a new thing?
It was
though?
a
If
zero.
you spend so much money on a camera, can you get
series.
not a shitty flash?
I'm trying to. I gotta talk to you about that.
Yeah,
either.
you need to figure that out.
I have a flash in the store. Anyway,
I need that or the TLA 200.
I have the TLA something.
Okay.
I have a really nice Leica flash.
The a 0 series Leica. The
What do you
one,
mean?
the one that
$14 million. I saw
$14
that.
million.
I saw that, bro. I saw that.
$14 million.
No. 14 million euros.
Yeah, so it's 15.6.
So that's more money.
I looked it up last night because I was watching a video on it. It's the 0 series Leica style camera, the one that belonged to the guy that invented the 35 millimeter Leica. Sold at auction earlier. It might have been last year or earlier this year for 14.4 million euros, which equates to about 15.6 million US dollars. It's the most expensive camera to ever
That doesn't surprise me.
auction.
So
I don't
do
think
you
that
know?
surprises me.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
do
I mean,
you
Not even
know?
the first camera though. Like it's not the oldest. The Leica is not the.
It's about who owned it, though.
Yeah,
That's
It's
true.
about who owned it, why they owned it, the significance of
story
the
behind
name.
Did he pass away?
Dude, this is like
Literally 20s, bro.
yeah.
20s,
So
30s.
so it's valuable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very extremely.
It's like when
I mean,
artists die,
I mean,
that
I don't know if you
value
guys.
goes
I don't know if you guys put up images, but if you want to put up this image of the camera, it's not like very pretty.
No.
It's pretty ugly.
But it's still
but
good
it's
photos.
but it's fucking brass. I mean,
it's like
for me because I'm a nerd. I didn't tell you. I named my puppy Leica.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
That's a good name, actually.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
in your store.
That's a great name.
That's dangerous in your store though.
It is. It is kind of.
Probably
Have you gone to an actual Leica store? I'm sure you have.
What? Have you not?
Get the fuck out.
Not even like the LA one?
Everybody, we have a poser. Where's the?
You have any? Where's the Sammy's? You haven't been to the Sammy's one? Oh, dude. The Japanese ones are
kidding.
the Japanese ones are the ones to go. There's that one store that has all the old like original Nikons and Leicas.
The only
and
reason I
stuff.
brought it up because I love the way they design it. They lay it out like it's just it's really beautiful.
It's
like art.
it's
They
extremely
put their cameras in there and it looks like a piece of art in a box.
It's dude.
Even their
I mean,
boots are really nice.
Yeah, everything. The design.
I mean-
well, I mean, it's.
I mean,
it is what it is. It's-
Leica is to cameras as Ferrari is to cars. I mean, it's
Yeah,
as
for sure.
simple as that.
Yeah.
That's the explanation why. But why I haven't been there, I mean, it's a good question, actually. I should probably go. But I feel like
check
I'm
it
not.
out.
I feel like if I go to a Leica store, no one's going to come up to me and start, shooting the shit about Leica.
You might be surprised now.
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
'Cause our
But like, if you
If you
generation's
go in there with
changed.
your Leica, they will.
100%.
That's
True.
why I always
100%.
bring mine into your store.
True. Yeah,
Because
that's true.
it's like a.
It's like a, oh, okay.
It's like a.
It's an unspoken,
It's
like,
an unspoken thing.
leveler. Like,
And
you're like,
yes, there is a bunch of pretension with that.
Don't ask
but
me a
it's
stupid
okay.
question.
I own a fucking
it's okay.
Leica.
It's okay. Yeah. No, if you don't like it, dude,
Yeah.
fucking everyone's like, I scratched my red dot off. You're a fucking dumbass.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, cover it with gaff tape, sure.
Yeah,
but like,
do that.
if you really want to
Deface
cover up
it.
your red dot, if
That's
you
a
want
thing? Why do you
Oh,
do
yeah,
that?
so
bro,
you don't-
defacing the cameras.
They don't know what you're shooting.
Oh,
with.
so
So no one.
Well, no,
I don't want
so
people
you
to
don't
know
get
that I'm shooting with
stolen.
Leica.
No, it's so you
That's
don't get
so
robbed.
over, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so done.
No, so
so
you don't
done.
get jumped.
It's so they don't know
When
you're
you're, like,
shooting,
shooting
so they don't
street
steal it
photography.
from you.
Well, I know that like Larry Chen, he
There's-
taped
there's
all of his
people that-
glass.
there's
so
people that don't
he doesn't
know
know his
about it.
millimeter and stuff, and like that made sense when he started doing.
How do you
it.
guys
Now
feel
it's
about
like,
Larry Chen?
He's awesome.
Have you met him?
Yeah, he's fucking baller.
Yeah, we did the Ford thing with.
There's
There's a photo out there that he took.
He took of our right there.
Really?
Yeah, he's a baller, dude. I actually, there's a whole funny story in the car community, but I never with Corey Hosford. I always wanted to meet him, and they were so linked up with Hoonigan stuff, and I never actually got to meet him. And one time we were on a shoot doing a big shoot for Ford. For the Mach-E, he was finally there. I was like, finally.
He's cool.
Dude.
He's a really cool
nice
guy. Super dude. So
I was gonna say
he's sick.
I've heard good and bad things, and
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I gotta fucking like actually. I've seen him at FD events all the fucking time.
Well,
I'm like,
if you're getting opinions
I'm
from
not gonna
people,
bother someone when they're working like that.
If you're getting opinions from people at events meeting him, you're always stressed out. There's so many people.
I was gonna say
around.
that's why I
Just
don't
find him in his element when he's like.
I think
we're on a proper
getting
shoot.
to meet him
He's
in a
sick.
working
He's dope.
capacity, there's like that
Yeah.
similar
Yeah,
like, hey,
of
we're
course.
here on the same shit. It's
Yeah.
not like you're walking up to him like, hey, Mr. Chen, can
He's,
I
prob-
get an
exactly.
autograph?
He's probably
It's a different
expecting
thing.
stupid questions,
Yeah.
stupid stuff. But I mean,
100%.
there was a backstory for us, so it was funny.
No,
but-
you guys met him in the perfect
but,
setting.
yeah, it was-
I
it
really
was
want
fun.
I really want to meet him because I just want to talk to him. And his podcast that he did was LZ was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And I'm like I've always had this like. I don't know. He doesn't really preach gear, which I really respect. Which
yeah.
I love that. I'm like, dude, I love that. But I really want to dig into like his science and his why and like why he likes taking photos, especially like why cars, and like why is he still doing it? It's ridiculous how like consistent
Oh,
he has
very
been.
consistent.
I'm like, I can't believe that he
His
hasn't
photos are a
switched.
science.
Yeah.
He's got it down to a science.
Yeah, he does.
He perfected that. I mean, his shutter rate is probably like 1/15th some of those shots, dude. It's
Bro, I'm like,
crazy.
I don't.
slow.
rock
I want
arms.
to. I have so many questions for people like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to know everything. I'm like, I want to know all the questions. Like that's why I'm like,
There's a little doc of him out on YouTube. There's a lot
There
of
is.
information where he'll do his backstory.
I
and
also
stuff,
think he's
but-
like right time, right place. Like
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
most people.
I mean,
And
no,
most
100%.
people in that group, even
Yeah.
like Vaughn and all those guys, they were all like right time, right place, drifting together,
Yeah.
like friends from way back.
Yeah. It's a whole big,
Motocross is the
it's
same
a big,
thing.
It's a big
Yeah.
community, and like I mean, if you don't meet in the community and you're like an outsider, and that's why like, dude, it's super funny because like Mike LZ's filmer. Okay, little backstory. I like love Adam LZ's videos, and it's not because of Adam. It's because of like how like I just watched. I've been watching every.
Is that the guy
single,
that has that park or the
Yeah, in
property
Florida.
the compounds?
Yeah,
he's nuts. It's nuts.
That's pretty
And
fun.
I admire him because he was just so so focused and driven on exactly what he wanted, and he got that shit.
Yeah, laser.
And I'm like, I want to focus on something so bad that I want and go get that shit because he did it, and he's looking like 26 or something
Yeah,
like that. I'm like,
yeah.
holy fuck, dude, I
Yeah.
got some catching up to do. And I'm like, it's super cool because I love it because
Don't compare yourself.
It's like I'm not comparing, but I love how we almost have like parallel worlds. He's got the whole car thing
The
down.
age
I'm
thing
like,
will kill you though.
yeah, the age thing, I don't really give a shit about the age thing. But and then we got the cameras over here, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's kind of cool. He's got his little compound. I got my little store, and it's like it's super cool to see that.
Totally.
But like I'm super into cars, and but the funny thing is, Mike is a really good friend of mine, Divine Media. Mike, I don't even. His last name's super hard to pronounce, but Mike is this really good guy. I know him really well, but like I'll always talk to him every time I run into him. Either talk to him at FD Long Beach, Grid Life, stuff like that. I always talk to him, but I never ever even went up to introduce myself to Adam ever because like it's like I don't want to introduce myself in that kind of setting in like a in like where they're literally everyone's eyes are
Totally,
on them.
totally.
Like it's just not genuine. So
No.
yeah, when the time comes,
There were
I'll meet him,
times.
but-
There were times I saw Larry in
Exactly.
positions I can go run up but it would have been stressful. It's
and
not the
and weird
and you know that.
and not organic.
Mr. Chen,
Yeah, yeah.
can I get a photo?
What would I say? Your photos are sick.
Sick, dude. Like,
I mean, what Alex said.
I shoot cars too.
I got cameras.
dude, and that's the same thing. Like, if I even were to introduce myself to LZ in that kind of setting, it's like, hey man, like I know everything about you. You know nothing about me.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's like in the videos, like
Yeah.
it's weird. It's also a weird thing. Like you think you know someone, but
Respect
it's
the
like,
space. Respect
Oh,
their. You know, it's
100%.
just like seeing a celebrity out and at a dinner. Don't bother them.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a celebrity?
But we were on
Come
the
through
same
the
like
store.
working level in that situation, like Alex said, and I
Yeah.
think that's
It's level-minded.
yeah. We worked all day, and then we approached Larry.
Yeah.
You know, it was at the end of the day.
Yeah, we didn't do it right when he got there.
Yeah. The funny thing is, celebrity wise, no. But like to me, yes. Celebrity, this dude. I've never seen someone shoot as crazy photos as this dude. I can't believe I'm saying this. I have a picture of it too. He shoots 16 by 20 negatives. 16 inches by 20 inches negatives.
Holy shit.
The camera is as long
camera
as the
is-
shelf.
yeah, it's
the
freaking
camera
huge.
is
I
as
was
long
gonna
as your
say,
shelves.
Is he fine art?
It's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So He sold pieces for millions. And I'm like,
yeah.
you're joking.
Yeah.
Like you're actually joking. And he shoots everything in the U.S. He literally doesn't shoot anything, but he sells everything overseas.
Overseas, yeah.
It's crazy. I'm like, it's wild.
Does he do like landscapes predominantly? Or?
Yeah, all landscapes, but like
That's sick.
That is really fun.
there's a
I want to see
certain
that camera.
I can pull it out. I'll pull up a picture, but he goes by Light Hunter. It's really cool.
Oh, I think I've.
He's gnarly. His name's like Vlad or something. He's
Light
really cool,
Hunter.
dude. I only know him as Light Hunter, but
Vlad, that's a good name for light hunter.
yeah, right,
Badass.
right. Dude, I'll show you the camera.
So he
You're
just
gonna
like rolled through the shop one time.
Yeah,
right?
dude,
That's
you'll
sweet.
love this. Hold on.
Have you ever seen those guys that built the box truck camera? And they did the
Yep.
silver.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty
you
cool.
know, the only place in the U.S. that does silver palladium prints now is in Flagstaff.
No shit.
The only place in the U.S.
Really?
that does them still to this day. A silver
Holy
palladium
smokes.
print is up in Flagstaff.
Oh, never mind. My bad. Fatali is his name. Or Fatali. Anyways, I always just knew him. He's so cool, dude. And this is why I love him, is because he doesn't just shoot for himself. He has an entire business that he runs off of his massively modified Jeep Gladiator with, like, imagine, I don't know how to put this. Imagine you guys, all of your rigs without the crane, just piled into one Jeep. It was dope as fuck, but like photography focused.
Sure.
Yeah.
His 16x20 camera was in a giant case that was like perfectly strapped to his truck.
Sick.
And then he like has a tripod as big as this table that he can like pull off the side.
Wow.
It's the dopest thing. I should have taken fucking photos of it.
That's super sick.
Yeah, that's
But dude, I gotta show you this camera, man. You're gonna. Here it is. Holy fuck, dude. There it is. I should just like. Oh yeah. Here's the that's the camera.
It's funny. Everybody's like into point and shoots, and like I'm at the point where I'm like getting bigger and bigger.
I want a
fucking
camera that's
cameras.
bigger than my car.
Like, let's turn a fucking house.
Dude, look at that shit, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We'll have to put this up on the.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of nuts,
It's
dude.
massive.
It's nuts.
The freaking snout on that
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's called.
God damn.
He walked in, and he was like,
He came to the shop.
That's fucking cool.
Oh yeah, he came to the shop.
And what did he ask for?
Oh, he came in because he saw a camera store, and he said he'd been there like a bunch of years ago, and he's like, wow, this is a new place. He didn't even see the remodel. Anyways, long story short, the funniest thing that stuck to me about our conversation was, he was like, yeah, like my point and shoot. He called his Leica M6 a point and
Point and shoot. Oh, for sure. Those guys that are doing shit like that, like, it's just like, that's a camera. It's just another, it's this.
It was hilarious. I was like,
That's
it's,
awesome.
so cool. It's the coolest thing ever.
Just kind of levels you, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm like,
Like, oh, okay.
and then I just love how pure photography is in general. It's like light being refracted through glass being captured on something.
Yeah, no,
And whether it be a negative or a sensor, and just like and then just like me being a nerd, just wanting to know why. I was always the little kid that asked why, everything why.
Right.
Oh, my dad, I freaking pissed my parents off, but I would always just want to know why. I don't really. The technical stuff is super cool. Like I was literally just watching a video about Fujifilm sensor science and how it's so accurate to film. It's like ridiculous. They have like each pixel is an octagon.
I'll be back.
It's crazy. Like the design is like octagonal. 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 But it's so cool. Big, and then there's like backlit back illuminated sensors, and then there's stacked sensors, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm learning about these sensors, and I'm like, wait a second, no, I'm a film guy. But it was super funny because like why I did that is it was a very humbling moment for me. One of my friends Christian Eli, shout out you, he posted some photos on his story, didn't say anything. They were great photos. Did you get the Nikon?
No, he's got
Fujifilm.
the Fujifilm.
Oh, the Fuji. Is that an X?
Well,
anyway.
XT30.
Yeah,
But this is my like daily
It's fucking
carry
dope.
now, and I just
Yeah.
tick, tick, tick. It's manual lens, but
They're super cool. They're super
but they're
dope.
fun.
Yeah.
Film emulations.
Yeah.
It's really close to the.
Exactly.
They're sick.
So,
It's freaking sick.
yeah, my friend, he didn't tell me he got a digital camera, but he posted some photos, and I was like, oh, dude, like, because I was butthurt. I was like, dude, like, where'd you get those develop, bro? Like, I didn't see those come through. And he was like, that's a Fuji X100V. I was like, I'm gonna head out. Like I was literally like, it wasn't like, oh yo, what'd you shoot this on? I was like, yo, like why didn't you develop this with me? Like I was so sure it was film, and I was like, I was so wrong.
Gotcha.
Wow. I was so
Is there
wrong.
a thing for that on here?
Very humbling. It was like, gotcha, bitch. Gotcha.
Wrong one.
Here, record this. Gotcha, bitch. But no, it got me, dude. I was like, man, that sucks. Like these digital sensors are getting damn close.
Well, that's the new medium format one.
No, they're
too,
good,
that they
yeah.
have, right? The
Well,
100.
no. The X100V is still an APS camera with a fixed lens. It's a fixed lens, like a 28-28 Fujinon lens. Yeah. Also, Fujinon's lens throughout the board from film to digital. I'm obsessed. I have the Fuji GW670, and that Fujinon lens is ridiculous. It's amazing. Fujinon lens is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
Well,
dude, and you guys know the freaking. I'm gonna ask you guys this. What do you think about the new Area 35?
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't researched too much into it yet, but I heard it's badass.
How do you feel about the sensor size?
I've done a lot into looking into this one.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Let's talk.
I can't say. I haven't looked.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have an opinion on this.
I know their company. They're like Leica. Area's very Leica-esque, where they're like, "Fuck you, we're gonna do what we want."
Fuck the megapixels.
There's a
Let's
reason
just make
the-
this
Well,
shit.
they've never cared about the big sensors. They
There's
never
a
cared
reason
about
the
that.
Mini was
They're
not
also
true
the-
4K for the longest time,
Yeah.
and then the LF finally got. I think it's like more people are
The
gonna
LF is
more
badass.
people are gonna want to shoot larger formats, like particularly in like movie and television. A lot of people want to do it for no fucking reason. Like the majority of people that have asked us to do it, it's like, why the fuck are you doing this? There's no point. Like you're never going to use the resolution.
Or shooting like 8K
You're not doing
on
heavy
monstrous
VFX
sensors.
stuff. Like you don't need fucking 8K.
You don't need
it
all that
just
shit.
costs data and time.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be smart. I think it's a traditional sensor size that DPs and everybody knows what lenses look like on that sensor size.
Yeah.
So it's not changing the.
Is it
'cause
true
they-
Super 35?
It is.
Yes.
They look
Yeah.
different.
True Super 35.
They look different than.
Yeah, I can double check.
I was gonna say, what does it compare to like? I hate to
they-
say because I have it. But like, what does it compare to like a Komodo? Is it still 17:9? Is it 17:9 or 16:9?
The Komodo's cropped to. It's not true Super 35.
It's not true Super 35. I'm
Depends on
pretty
your
sure
frame.
it is.
It depends on your frame rate.
Yeah. If you're full 6K sensor size, I believe
If you're
it's
full
true.
6K, it is true.
Yeah, it's true Super
That's why
35.
everybody bought them. And then a lot of people couldn't handle the data management side of it. So
I was
they
gonna say,
got rid of them.
I can't believe this, bro. I can't believe it. First time in my entire life, I went backwards with cameras. I was like, I worked for all the way up from my freaking T5i video wise, all the way up to Komodo, and now I'm going down to an A7S3 / FX3 for
Because
YouTube.
data.
For YouTube because I can't shoot a
Super
YouTube
35,
video.
4.6K Super 35.
But at full resolution, I think it is full sensor.
I was
Up
gonna say
to
the-
4.6.
I think they are a
4.6,
true
8.
Super 35.
Yeah.
It's cool. It'll be interesting.
It's true.
I mean, I think it's going to change. It's built more
It's a
robust.
it's a Super
than
35 format camera.
Mini
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's bigger though, which is kind of a
It's gonna be
downside.
beautiful. The camera's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Well, see,
you know what I
this
do
is the
like
thing.
about it is the menu. I was clicking the little wheel.
Yeah, on the side.
That's
pretty
gonna
good.
be sick.
Also,
did see that.
the big thing about that specific camera is that is a new ARRI sensor.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
a new ARRI sensor,
So it's
which
gonna
is
And it
testing.
looks really pretty.
I was gonna say this every sample shot, and I was like, it's
I mean, Alexa's my pick. If I'm buying a cinema
of
camera,
course,
100%.
of course,
yeah, I want the LF, but give me that camera.
anything. Yeah, I mean, obviously anything ARRI, but my take on the whole new sensor is like they really focused on the color, and that makes me like very happy because they're not like here's a bajillion K sensor. No, it's like here's how good our pixels are.
Yeah.
It's like I don't give a shit how many you have. How are they doing?
They've always been that way,
And I love that.
which is nice.
I love that big pixels versus more pixels, baby. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I'm with
I've always said if you need high frame rates or data, go red.
Yeah, of
But
course.
if you want it to look just pretty,
Alexa.
you're gonna
Yeah.
go with an Alexa
100%.
sensor.
Yeah, dude, I was. Oh
the
man,
Sony Venice, honestly, I love that Sony.
holy
Well, the Venice
shit,
too.
bro!
Yeah, the new
Venice
Venice
is
is one of my
ridiculous.
favorite.
New
Bro,
Venice
I mean, we
is
have all
sweet,
Sony in house, and the FX6
Yeah.
next to a Sony Venice is. We actually did an HBO shoot here in town and did aerials with the drone, and we flew that, and then they were doing all Venice on the ground, and it matched perfectly.
pretty nice match. Yeah.
Pretty nice match, but the Venice is beautiful. We've shot
So
that a
this
ton.
is crazy because
the
this is like
Rialto, dude. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, Venice, Top Gun.
Yeah.
what?
That was all top. That was
Yeah,
all
and
Venice.
the,
Yeah, the 8 camera arrays inside.
yeah.
the
They had all the
cockpit were
Rialtos, the exterior sensor that they can pull off. You know.
That was one of the main reasons for them even shooting.
I'll show you a build. I did one.
I was gonna say I don't really know much about the Venices, but back to fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, dude, I was watching Stranger Things. This is the first. Do you know what they shot for Stranger Things on? If it's what I'm thinking, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
No,
Did they shoot it on the Raptor?
I'm pretty sure it was on the new one was on the Raptor.
Really, the newest season was on the Raptor.
Yes.
That shit sucks. Sorry, like the visual. That sensor is horrible.
Is it?
Because
I
I literally,
I'll look.
if you watch the new season
all
as a
red.
cinematographer, dude, it's gross. Like there's noise everywhere. I mean,
Stranger Things.
yeah, dude, they needed it for this VFX, but dude, I saw noise and fucking banding and so much just bad shit that I noticed. I'm like, bro, this is unacceptable for Stranger Things.
I can't get past banding that
Well,
shit.
dude,
Bro,
Alexa Minis didn't qualify for Netflix for the
Stand by.
longest
Yeah,
time.
for a long time. It was always red. It was always
Yeah,
red.
The new
yeah.
Super 35, though, yeah, it's qualified.
Yeah.
What they shoot it on?
Wait a minute. This was 2016.
They probably
Stranger
shot
Things 4.
Stranger Things
bunch of
4.
different
If you just do
cameras,
shot on what, I think it'll.
Something in 2016 was on the Alexa LF.
Yeah, season 4 is the newest one.
Behind the scenes.
I'm not gonna
I'll
lie,
find
like it was crazy because like I didn't notice it until like I was in the store, and also something about the new season just didn't feel right for me as far as like the editing and the pacing goes. It felt like almost cheesy.
See, I can't get
I
people
wa-
to
I
stop
finished
telling me
it.
they love it. So
I
this
watched
is interesting to hear. Like,
Well, no, as far as the story goes, fantastic, and some of the actors fantastic. Some of the actors not great.
Found it. Nonetheless, they opted to switch from Red, the series' established camera, to an RA Alexa, while retaining the large format sensor.
I didn't like.
So
the
they went from
visuals.
Red, so the new season was on the LF.
Wow, I didn't like it.
That's
for some
weird.
reason. Yeah.
Wow.
And it didn't look like Gary. It looked like red still. It did look like red. It wasn't.
We shot
wasn't-
I gotta see like, the episode.
We shot tests and found the Alexa just had a little slight edge when it came to highlight retentions. In skin, well, true. I mean, yeah, the highlight roll-offs in the skin tones are what that camera's
Interesting.
famous
A
for.
case study.
Interesting.
Wow.
So
Falcon
35
full-
millimeter,
Falcon
right?
full
lens,
frame times.
Yeah.
baby,
100%.
50,
Really?
85. Yeah, I like nifty 50.
Well, are you okay? So this is also another.
Season 3 was Red Monstro, sorry. So just clarify. So season 3 was Red Monstro, and now they're in the Alexa LF.
I really like
Interesting.
season 3. I really like the look of season 3.
Interesting.
I
the
think-
color rendition is still amazing. It's
Here's the
still
deal.
rich.
Here's the deal. I think where I was like thrown off is because I just don't think that Aerie fits the whole sci-fi vibe.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Like you do need that higher resolution when you're literally creating another world.
True.
Like bro, like it's I mean half of the movie or the half of the show is another world.
Looks
It's,
like
it's
they,
VFX.
They based it off of highlights and skin tone. That's what won.
I mean,
Which is crazy for a big VFX show.
They shouldn't have done that. I mean,
Interesting.
okay.
3 stars.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
I was
dude.
stuck into the show, and I did enjoy the show. I honestly thought that this season was more engaging because there was more things going on. Like what's his name, and for those sneak peek, sorry, what's his name in jail and stuff, and then, like there's like 4 things going on at once. So every episode was pretty packed.
I was
I heard it was
saying
more
that,
I would be
mature
bored.
too,
Yeah.
right? It's more mature.
Yeah, everyone was
of a
very much-
storyline.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not kids.
sure.
I mean, they're still
Well,
kids,
yeah, I
but
No,
yeah.
like I mean, the cool thing is that's what I like about these shows. Like, you literally watch the actors themselves grow up and become better actors. It's pretty
Totally,
cool.
totally.
And like, I don't know about you guys, how tainted you guys are, but like, I don't watch a show for like, it's ridiculous how like I'm like, holy shit, they lit it this way. Wow, damn, I can't believe they.
That's how I always.
I mean,
watch
yeah,
it.
I mean, I feel
Nikki,
like
I actually,
It's hard
my girlfriend, I have
to
to
not.
stop because she always tells me like, stop doing that,
Yeah.
or like, why did they do that? I always go, what were they doing? Why did they
I
do
give
that?
a show like 2 seasons and then I'm done. Like Ozark's 1, 2. All right.
Dude,
No.
Ozark
How
season
do you-
2 trash.
Scary-
My
Yeah.
opinion. I love the first season.
Yeah,
the second
first
season
season-
tore
I
the fuck
continue
out
to
of me.
watch them because I want to know what they're doing next,
stop
so we can.
running
Not gonna
the
lie.
story out.
It's basically research, honestly.
They did ring the whole Ozark story out, but I still liked it. I still watched it. I mean,
Yeah.
At
No,
the
I
end,
did,
at the end,
for
at the end
sure.
of the day, are
You're
you
stuck
watching
into
it?
it.
Are you watching it? Or not?
Yeah, I've watched everything. I'm caught up to
Yeah.
everything currently.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the ones that they did, Severance.
Severance was sick.
Didn't
Severance
see
was
it.
Severance was
fucking
sick. Colby got me on Severance. That shit was crazy.
You know what they shot that on?
No, I didn't look.
That is,
Venice, nice.
yeah, dude. I looked at it and I was like,
Nice.
this is visually.
Oh,
also
it was
the
stunning.
DP,
It was stunning. The
visually,
DP is amazing.
It was crazy. Love that show.
Yeah.
Literally for the story and for the.
You guys haven't watched Severance yet?
You guys need to watch Severance because it's
fucking
Colton only
nuts.
tells you to
like,
watch stuff.
It's
not
like
us.
peak storytelling.
I tell you guys every time I come in here that he tells me that I watch it, and I'm like, you guys gotta watch this, and you guys don't watch it.
peak storytelling.
But it's sick.
Peak storytelling.
Yeah, it's
I
very
don't.
good.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, that got me. It's not pacing and pacing, color, everything was perfect.
Okay,
perfect.
I've got a question.
Yes.
We all have to answer this, by the way. Ultimate project to work on. What is your dream project to work on, and what is your role?
You guys have done a lot of them. You guys have done a lot of them. Of my dreams, you guys have done like all of them. The
awesome.
Jeep thing. I mean, dude.
Yeah, that's fun. But your ultimate dream goal, and your role on that project. Everyone's got to pick one. I've got mine. I'm already locked in.
I hate questions like this.
Come on, you got to have something you want to just ultimately
I feel like
shoot.
we've kind of answered this on many podcasts. With
If I-
questions like, what's your favorite shoot, or what would you want to be on your dream
ultimate-
client?
I think
or-
mine's changed recently though for me.
Okay.
A lot.
Well, we're still waiting on Nick's.
Okay, well, mine would. I hate to say this because I feel like I'm limiting myself here, but like I would love to be like a DP of like a huge car commercial.
Yeah.
Like just a huge.
But what car commercial?
Like something that means
Specific.
something. Like something that means something. Like I saw, dude.
What brand?
Well, you guys know Porch House?
Yeah.
Porch House did a GMC commercial that
we
just
just
like
work with
really hit home with me. Yeah, you did just work with him.
Yeah.
For Jeep, with Jeep.
Yeah, with Jeep. Yeah,
with
with
Mike. With Mike. I freaking miss Mike. But there was this one video that they made for GMC that was like them just like adventuring, and I was like, wow, this is very visually good.
Yeah.
It just got me feeling a certain way. It's not like a certain project. I just want to create something that makes people feel
Nice.
like a lot.
Or just resonates with someone.
Just resonates, and just like I'm like, damn, like that.
Sick.
That was good. Like,
Nice.
I feel like my dream project is a passion project.
Sure.
Like a passion project that really touches people.
Yeah.
That people, not even that people respond to, but that people relate to. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do it for the views. I just want to do it for the feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
So
No, it's good.
I have a super dope short film idea that I really want to put into play.
We'll keep pushing
here
it.
soon, and I hope that I end up producing that one because that
Well,
one's gonna
maybe we
be
can help
fucking
out.
good. It'd be sick. It'd be sick. I mean, dude. I mean, I'll tell you guys like the super like rough rundown. Basically, long story short, it's gonna be two settings. Basically, the kid's gonna be it's gonna be like a commercial for Wilson, but like it's gonna be this kid between the ages of like 5 and 10. All shot on film in a scene that was like in the Midwest in a log cabin, and he was in the basement and he was playing with his parents' camera, and you know it kind of switches back to modern day, all shot on digital, and that kid is now obviously grown up, goes back into the basement, dusts off that camera, brings it into Wilson. That's like the rough idea. We're gonna go really far into it, but I want to make it super beautiful. I want to make it like mean something with like, I want to put it in like a family setting where that.
And you want
that
to DP
camera,
it?
I want to direct that shit. I would love to direct that shit.
Do you have DP in mind?
I
Don't.
do and don't. I mean, I really. You guys know Reese O'Connor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good friend of mine, and we've been talking about this, and like we want to put like together like a big crew for this. Like I want to make this. I want to make this right. I want to make this something that like I can say this is the best video I've ever made. For years to come, and just I really want to do that because I'm not gonna lie, it's really sad, but like my filmmaking career has just like, I'm like.
Yeah.
It's super sad because I feel like because I still
Well,
have the
focus on
passion.
your business. It's a
exactly.
whole-
It's
a whole nother
not
distraction.
That's exactly. I was like,
balance it.
that's how I justify it. I'm like, I'm just focusing on the business, but I'm like, I can still totally create videos, and, like, make
100%,
videos,
100%.
and like I just need to go
We
back
make
to my
sure we
roots.
have time for that.
Yeah,
We
and
have
like
to
this,
make sure.
and the stuff that I do make now, I'm like, I don't even want to share it. I don't like. I have, dude.
I see.
This is an entirely different conversation, but the amount of vaulted shit that's just in my camera roll, whether it be super, like, dude, I have 16 mil stuff that'll blow your fucking mind, and I'm like, I don't really want to post that. I'm just like, I don't know. I have this whole.
Do you find
you
it's
just should.
Do you find it's like more of a
I've
thing
kind of-
for you,
I've gotten numb
and then
to
you
both.
get that
It
gratification?
is.
It's just an
out of
archive.
knowing what you're capable of.
Exactly.
Seeing your archive. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not. I feel like it's like these pieces are just not something that like are to
You
be.
don't need outside validation. on it.
Exactly.
You
That's
can
what
look
it
at
is.
it and you can understand, you can appreciate your work
Yeah. Sure.
wholeheartedly, not
Yeah.
just because it's you and you're like cocky about it. Or
Yeah,
some shit.
exactly. That's my entire camera roll. It's like I don't shoot films like in #Portrait 400 that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the reason I have this other page, it's like my film only page. I'm like, bro, literally, I want people to look at the photos and be like, oh, what was that shot on? And go to the comments and be like, oh shit, that was shot on this camera with this film. Like, that's sick. I want like. indirectly that is selling cameras.
Totally.
Like that's why I shoot film, but like I post maybe 7 to 10% of my film.
Yeah.
My entire camera roll. Also, camera roll competition. How many photos and videos do you guys have a new camera roll?
Stand
How do
by.
you check that?
You just go to
the bottom.
go to albums and then go to recents and just right at the bottom.
What do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
29,046 photos.
That's a lot.
3,700 videos.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
You got
That's
a lot of
That's
videos.
good. That's a
Shit.
lot.
I got
That's really good.
19,000 photos and just shy of 2,000 videos.
Okay. What do you got?
You guys have iPhones.
Oh, it's iPhone. So can you check that?
Okay.
I'm looking.
You should be able to.
I have
see
many folders because it's connected to different Gmails and stuff, work stuff,
gotcha,
personal
makes sense.
stuff.
Yeah, makes
20 divided by the square root of 74.
Yeah. That gives you your Android.
He's just going to
answer.
shit on us right now.
It's kind of embarrassing. 40,529 photos, 6,802 videos.
So you have double
There
what
you
I
go.
have.
And is that
You have double what I have.
duration wise? I mean, when you get a new phone,
gonna
it's
say-
always carrying on to the next.
what's
It's-
the oldest photo?
Oh, mine goes back.
Oh. On your, at least on my phone. So that's based on your Apple account, right?
I'm really
curious.
Well, no, this is literally just all the photos I have that I've ever taken in my entire life.
Is this a
on here.
photo? Okay, so it's just.
No, that's a lie. I have a bunch of stuff on hard drives.
Oh, here we go. I got it. April 18th, 2017.
Okay, fair enough. Mine's November 8, 2015.
Mine's,
I got an extra 2 years on you.
nice.
So.
December 19th, 2012.
But that's just on my phone.
Wow. Yeah.
2014.
It's
mine,
fucking
or my latest. Or
Mine was
Your oldest, yeah.
Mine was the first project that Brandon and I worked on. The Moto
2014,
stuff.
2012, 2014.
Dude, okay.
It was a mock ad.
What
oh,
was
hey,
it-
look who's
yeah,
next.
there's literally no count on mine.
What was your guys' introduction to drones? When did you guys start getting into
Introduction?
drones?
Right when they.
It's a better question for him. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's fucking-
I mean,
Like, who's the most gear nerdy here?
we're all pretty gear nerdy, but I don't know. I mean,
what genre of gear are we talking about?
Drones.
Oh,
I've been
technically
doing drones. I've been doing drones for a while.
Yeah.
I've been ever since DJI came out. Now I wasn't the guys that I built them. I didn't build them.
Did you?
I've had friends that built them.
Did you get the Phantom 1?
Oh yeah, it's right. It's here.
Somewhere here.
It's here.
Yeah, bro.
It's here. The Phantom One's here, and it had just the hard mount GoPro where you could just tilt it, and you had to make sure you couldn't go. I flew over the Grand Canyon with it, which was
fucking
illegal
love
at the time.
Oh,
and the bus driver yelled at me.
Dude.
I mean, that just shows how early we were flying the drones.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
that shit got you were able to do that?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and
you
not
were
get
even able to
shot
do
down.
that.
Dude, I was
Yeah,
flying
literally.
it around my apartment from upstairs, downstairs. I crashed it into the pool many times, rebuilt it. I learned them, and then that's when I did a thesis.
Thesis?
Well, see you later, guys. A
thesis.
thesis. What is it? Thesis?
I mean,
Thesis.
your senior
Thesis.
project.
Thank you.
I don't know if it was
There
a
you go.
thesis.
I don't fucking know. Either way, I did a senior project, and it was on drones and cable cams.
Yeah,
And
dude,
what
I
they
love that.
differ.
I
But it was
love
fun.
that.
But now we
But
have, yeah. I
My
don't know.
first
crazy.
photo on my phone is of my Phantom 1.
Sick.
So my Phantom 1 in the
Was
background.
the Phantom One that had the red stripe
The Phantom 1 had a
blue
red
stripe.
and blue stripe.
and a red and blue
No,
stripe?
there was like I remember this. The
Yeah,
Phantom
yeah.
1, there was like one version that had the red and the blue stripe, and then one that had the red stripe.
Yeah, because you had like they had different little models.
It was ridiculous.
But he
and
has
then,
sticker on GoPro.
And then the Phantom 2. So my introduction to like really making videos for money was drones because my dad was like, hey, like I want to show the difference between the LED conversion between
Nice.
like the old lights and the new lights. And I was like, sick, I'll just fly a drone and show what it looked like
Yeah.
before and then go film it afterwards. And I still do that to this day, but I do it on a way higher level now. But I got the Phantom 1 and I got the Phantom 2 Vision Plus,
Yeah.
the Phantom 3 Pro, the Phantom 4 Pro.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Like a million Mavics.
Phantom
and
4
then-
Pro is right there.
Yeah, dude.
Chance has been flying it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Dude,
that was
I
the
mean,
first drone we took to out of the country. We bought that to go. We did a documentary
Across the
for
world.
ASU.
That's dope.
We bought it for that, and we flew
yeah.
in Fiji. I don't know where any of the footage is. We were probably one of the first people to fly a drone on.
No, we were.
Yeah, on that island. What was it again?
Samoa.
Samoa.
That's a big island. Like that's a well-known island.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It
But
was beautiful.
everyone was telling us we should have sold the footage to the government there because they didn't have any footage, and I lost all the footage on that.
How'd you?
What's everybody laughing for?
Dude, okay, here. Oh, this is a good one, especially for all of us.
What?
There's an inside joke.
No, wait,
So
wait,
sad,
wait,
There's an
bro.
inside
Wait,
joke
can we-
that
can we-
comes up every fucking
Okay,
podcast.
hold on.
Bring it up.
The
I know.
footage is gone.
One way or another, it's gonna come up. Samoa.
Worst media loss horror story.
Oh fuck, we've been over this so many times on the podcast. I don't want to talk
What's your guys like?
Leonard Skinner's last concert.
Oh yeah.
The cable cam.
Didn't record because
Yeah.
not pointing fingers, but we put it on a wrong file format recording or file,
And the camera said it was recording, and it gave us time code, so we're like, we're good to go.
and then it didn't do anything because we did raw, which means you have to have an external source to it. So
That's
But
really
was it
painful.
just? It was just a running
it's-
time.
it's just-
time code.
No, it was record and time code.
you saw it rolling.
It was rolling.
Weird.
It was weird. But they
was
switched.
basically trying to send data
we
without
had
it
a
being there.
we had a camera package that we used consistently,
Yeah.
and for some reason we went different on this
We
one.
wanted to-
which everybody else on the production was shooting reds and shit, and I was like, I would happily fucking put a fucking red camera up there and do whatever you want. I'll pull the sensor
don't know
out
why
and put
we
it back
had
in
that.
on that thing. But like they fucking switched the camera up on us, and they're like, shoot raw, and we're like, gotcha.
But there was no raw capabilities.
No
Well, what
raw
camera was it?
capabilities.
It was on a cable cam, and we didn't get
What the
any
fuck was
footage.
it? An FS?
It was an FS5.
Like early gen FS5 or something?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
FS7. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was
And
Sony.
yeah, those cameras have
it was Sony? I thought it was
external-
Canon.
you have to
But
do external.
they
No, it's
record
Sony.
and they show, they don't say anything about it.
Yeah.
They don't say like, oh, hey, I'm not recording.
That
They
was
say,
probably the
oh, I'm
wor-
recording.
That was the worst one because Alex and I got back to the hotel and we go to dump the footage and nothing was there.
Yeah, it was rough.
If you guys don't
that was
know
already a
that
shit
feeling,
show of a
if you
job,
if you guys don't know that heart drop of a feeling,
It sucks.
holy shit, it's the worst.
You'll never do it again.
PTSD.
I can
No,
tell you
yeah,
that right
it's-
now.
no, you'll never.
You'll do it
again.
once. Everyone
Yeah.
will do it once.
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
care who you are or what you've done. It will happen.
Yeah.
And you'll never do it again.
Yeah.
But that's the only way you learn.
Yeah.
I always say that. You got to do.
Yeah, my worst one. I was dumping footage on the plane ride back. So it was. This one hurt really bad because it was of like one of my literally. I was talking about him earlier. My best friend's parents. They hired me and paid me a bunch of money to make this commercial for their casino and hotel in Costa Rica, and it was, dude, so sick. One of my best shoots ever. I had all the drone footage. I still have all the drone footage, but I shot everything else on the Ronin and the A7S II, and I had two 128 gigabyte cards, and I barely used one of them, and I used an entire one of them.
Were they wish cards? Snip knot?
No, they were just regular SanDisk SD cards, 128 Extreme Pro.
No, I bought like 30 fake cards on Wish.
Weird flex.
Yeah.
Weird flex. Very weird.
Anyway, keep
But so I was dumping footage on the plane and I fell asleep, and the laptop fell and cracked my SD card in half
Shit.
because it was in a 2015 MacBook Pro that had the slot. So it fell. I had nobody next to me. It fell onto the ground and snapped my SD card and corrupted every single file from that shoot. 128 gigabytes of Sony A7S II 4K footage gone out the window. And and then you have to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Yeah.
And that was worse. That was my worst, and because it was a really good project, and I was really excited for it, and it was for a family friend, and it was just like, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
worst.
Our thing made me like really religious about my process with footage now.
Yeah,
And, like if
well,
I'm
I
not,
let him- I don't
if
touch
we're
it
like,
anymore. I don't-
like
I
if it's
literally-
our footage, yeah. But if we're like on a set with somebody else
I don't
and
touch
it's
it.
like their stuff, I like am like, no, I don't want that responsibility. Like here's the
Hell
card.
no.
We'll take a picture of you that you took the footage and
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
like
For
what is
real.
like
I'm
I
not touching that card.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean I've worked on like a very small handful of like really big sets, but I never see the media transfer process.
Well,
What's it
funny.
like?
You got
Like, for
DIT
example-
people.
Oh, dude. The
Or it
official DIT.
depends. I've been on shoots that are like big shoots where people are just like haphazardly managing media.
And there's some that are so anal where like
Yeah.
before we land a drone or before we're
There's
like
somebody
parked,
there to grab
they're
a
like
card.
they're already there to grab it.
There's a
put it in
transporter.
thing. Yeah, they have a team.
it
The
in the
DIT
case.
team has teams of people and they just go and grab cards and label them. And
Oh,
they
it's like
start
a
they
whole
dump
cart
immediately
on location
But they're
that
also
they're just
coloring so the client can see there's a whole science to that. Yeah, those guys. Yeah.
Dude,
I don't fuck
it's
with that,
crazy
though.
because like I've worked with a lot of clients, and most of them are just like, yeah, dude, just do your thing.
Most of them don't know.
I've never worked with a customer, like a
Yeah.
client that like knows what they want. And they're like, I want to see the grade on
Oh,
there.
no,
Like, what's this?
that's-
Gonna?
yeah.
I've never seen those kind of clients. What
pretty
kind of clients
serious.
for you guys has that been like where they're like
At
they're
the peak?
really over? Yeah, oh yeah.
The highest echelon, like Kia.
Kia.
Kia was getting
HBO.
Kia was getting proxy files
Proxies.
from the camera car to an editor.
So every time
sent remotely.
Every time we stopped recording, we'd
They were
roll
getting
and
a
stop
proxy.
recording. It would send a proxy to the editor in a different state, and then he would start editing. We would see the footage on the client's phone as we're parked,
Yeah.
like that fast. So basically, they edit these low-res files. So by the time they get the official stuff, it's just plug and play.
Yeah, I was gonna say wow.
And they were doing it for New York, and it was all over the
Big old
Times Square
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's bad.
So it's pretty cool.
My biggest
We've had
thing.
a few projects Times Square. Kia, Too Simple. I think those are the two.
Yeah.
My-
pretty
my-
damn legit, dude.
Yeah, it's
my
pretty
damn legit.
my biggest things to pass on to you in regards to that and other people is my shuttle drives are all SSDs. So if I drop them or something like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't
solid
do
state
disk drives.
What's your
I
SSD of
do
choice?
Dual redundancy backups
Samsung.
on them, and then
Samsung.
if a client,
SSD,
even if a
yeah.
client is like taking drives, I will always, unless they really fight us on it, I will always, or we go around and.
I mean,
do
I've
it.
noticed at the point
come
we
with copies of the
required
footage from our
for us to
end.
take it
Yeah.
So-
first.
Well,
I mean, we've gotten to the point where we literally tell them, we're taking this
Yeah.
copy. Let me get this
Yeah,
copy onto
we-
mine, and then I will give you this
Yeah.
because I've had 2 clients hit me
Yeah.
up months after.
Years, fucking. We had
Years.
some
Yeah,
come
and
back like a
years.
year and a half later.
Yeah, and they need the footage,
Plants
and we
them
had
all.
it still sitting in archive. So
Yeah. We copy
do you
every
guys
project.
have,
we actually have a crazy story about that.
Do you guys have one of those like 100 terabyte?
Oh,
we just have a
okay.
ton of.
I'll show you after this, but we have like
There's just a ton of drives.
Oh, fuck,
we need
ton
a
of
we need a
drives.
RAID system, but
I was gonna. Yeah, I was.
we haven't.
Fuck, I was trying to find the word in my
Yeah,
head
we
the other
have-
day.
we have a
Raid
RAID
system.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like I bet you so many people can relate to this. I just have like a pile of laces.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Just
Yeah.
a pile of
You're gonna
laces.
see.
I don't even-
we
I
store
don't-
everything in the G drive.
I
Yeah,
don't
G
use
drives, yeah.
laces
And we
anymore.
just
We
store
stopped
it.
doing that.
Okay, it was.
You know the Adam.
I was gonna bring up the
He's like,
story about
"No,
that.
bitch,
though.
we
you know,
don't do that.
You know the
Oh, 'cause
Atomos,
it-
Atomos drives?
Yeah.
Go get the Samsung Evos at Best Buy.
Yeah, the
They're solid states, put them in there, and then
T5s
just
or
use
whatever.
those as your shuttles.
Really?
They're so much
I was gonna
faster.
say I just use the freaking T7s.
So much faster.
Yeah,
well,
either way,
they
they're
work
all-
too.
They're all fine.
Yeah. I
Well,
was
we
gonna
stopped
say.
using G. I mean, speaking of losing, I mean, we didn't lose it, thank God. But speaking of G Drive, we don't use that anymore because we had years of archive footage for one of
Yeah.
our clients, Peterbilt.
No, we had to launch.
Really?
And the drive in Texas, two
Failed.
drives bought at the same time. The drive in Texas failed. So they called us and we went to pull the footage and our drive failed in the exact same manner. So the only thing I could think of is a manufacturer defect.
That has to be.
So thankfully there's guys that
Work on
broke
that
it
stuff.
open, took it apart, and put it in because the hardware wasn't bad. It was the
Interesting.
software
It was
on
the
the drives that was
okay.
bad. So they were able to put the drive into a different like substructure
Yup.
and fake it,
Yup.
and then get everything back.
Yeah.
But then since then we've switched over to the glyphs.
Interesting.
Glyphs,
That's
are,
right.
the,
That's
glyphs
right.
are the shit.
Yeah, they're nice.
They basically,
But yeah, we copy
supposedly
every
they put the
project.
best components of each section that you'd want into the drives, and I haven't had. I mean, we can edit projects straight off the glyph drives, and like they're
But
super fast.
most of the jobs we do, we're not DIDing. So when we're doing
correct.
when we're doing our real motion side of stuff, when we're just moving the camera, we don't touch the card.
Interesting. I was gonna
Just
say,
goes
what are
away.
you? So are you guys on a big PC or are you guys on a Mac Pro?
They're all PCs. I think.
PCs.
All big PCs.
Yeah.
Did you guys build them? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. And
So you just customize
For
it.
the price they shit on Macs, you'd have to spend a lot more money on a Mac to get similar performance.
yeah, I was gonna say
Like twice as much.
And when you're
Yeah,
running
no.
a business, that's a business
Yeah,
decision.
for sure, 100%. Another question. I love asking you guys questions. This is fun. Because it's like, holy shit, these are the real deal. But like, what does the real deal do? Like, I know what I do.
There's
I
a
know my
whole-
process.
There's a
but
whole
what do
nother
you guys
level
do?
of people that are
Exactly.
do all kinds of crazy stuff.
What's your editing and color workflow? Like, import into which software first?
I come in last. These guys do all the
See,
first
we do
stuff.
Premiere.
So Premiere, and then are you coloring in DaVinci?
Depends.
Depends.
We've done.
I was gonna say,
like,
do you
TV
guys even color
stuff
Yeah.
for TV?
I color in Premiere.
It's fucking
with a plugin or Premiere?
Premiere.
a little bit of both. We got some good LUTs for the Sony camera.
I just
Okay, I was gonna
modify.
say, yeah,
just-
you did.
Big shout out to Phantom LUTs, dude.
You
You use all the
you
use all the
told about that.
curves. You use everything in Premiere, and it's
Yeah.
like pretty good.
Yeah, it's decent for sure.
I've used DaVinci, but some projects you don't need to go that deep.
If we're doing like TV stuff, we've
Then we hire
done
out.
DaVinci and brought people in to do
Yeah.
DaVinci. I'd love to learn DaVinci.
I don't want to spend the time to learn. I want to do something, focus on something else.
I'm not gonna lie, and this is again from my personal workflow, and I am dealing with big red files. I feel like DaVinci really is.
It's modified for it.
It is. It's like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
workflow's
best the
easier.
best workflow for red.
Yeah.
I really don't know about the workflow there. I'm also another poser thing. Freaking never shot in an area before. Like literally.
Well, you'll fall in love
It's,
once.
it's
you do.
way
I
the
know,
workflow is
I know.
way easier
You love
unless
film,
you're
you're gonna
doing the area raw. Then it gets
do you
more
need
complex.
to do area raw?
No.
Basically, the times that we've done it personally for our client work, we've shot it and then colored it lightly and then proxied it out to use it
Interesting.
Depends what you're using it for.
Like,
most of the stuff social media, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, the raw really comes into play if you like fuck something up. That's really what raw is.
if you're like,
fuck something up so bad and you're like, oh fuck, I shot the wrong white balance, and then it's like, well, red's awesome.
Yeah.
But if you're not really fucking too much stuff,
I mean,
up,
if you can color
a lot
deep,
of latitude in most stuff.
Well, don't get me wrong. The coloring raw is nicer. You have way more latitude. You have way more latitude.
Control. You just have more control.
Like, I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I mean, S-Log is not, it's nice when there's a lot more data in S-Log to play with than there is just like Cine4 or something like that.
Yeah,
Which we used to shoot a lot of stuff on Cine4 before that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember with the A7S II, I went way deep in trying to find like all these like different color things, and like what ultimately worked for me was S-Log 3. I liked a little bit more of the saturated look, whereas S-Log 2
Cine4 gave that saturated look.
Yeah, and the S-Log 2 was more of like a cleaner look, I guess. Yeah. But again, that's all how you colored it. But the biggest gripe with me in the freaking A7S II, of course, was the 8-bit footage. Yeah. Bro, when I stepped up, or like even, dude, it was ridiculous. From Blackmagic, I think Blackmagic was 12-bit, I believe, 12-bit raw or something like that. Anyways, long story short, I switched to Blackmagic from the A7S II, and I was like, whoa. Color grading's a thing now. Yeah. Like I can do that. Wow, holy shit.
Bit rates increased.
Well, you just have
so important.
more
banding's gone. And like, I'm like, holy shit. It's just a completely different world. Honestly.
Totally.
It's wild. But
I fell in love with the FX6s though now.
Yeah, dude.
They're super sick.
And like I said, I'm going FX3 for our YouTube stuff because, bro,
it's the same shit.
It's a fucking cinema camera, full frame, and that compact.
It's beautiful.
It's got the proper heating, cooling and stuff like that. It's like.
They're great.
I don't know, you can't go wrong, dude. And it's like, wow, you really put this up to next to the red, and it's like, it's really sad, honestly, because it's like it's that easy. Mm-hmm. It's that easy, and everyone can do it.
And the data's easier to manage.
Sony does it right, man.
So autofocus, dude, is the FX6 autofocus?
Oh yeah,
it's
insane autofocus.
So good.
Yeah. It's actually stupid how good.
I mean,
we were doing what did we do? A 600 mil?
Go watch a video on it. It's stupid.
Those E-mounts are.
It looks like someone's pulling it.
It's great.
Are you? So I know you guys have the ingenue glass, but are you using that for every project or?
No, it changes.
It gets used a lot, but it changes a lot.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I definitely want to. I've just heard so many crazy things about ingenue stuff, but I mean, like your go-to. Actually, that was a good question to ask. What was the last passion project you guys did?
Shit. I mean, we helped on Tyler's, I guess, but it wasn't our passion project. Our own individual one?
Tyler's project was the last passion thing
we haven't collectively made a passion project in a minute. Probably should make one, but
would you guys like to?
Or like the Alta or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, we go
Alta
out.
stuff.
Well, we go out. We all go out and do not passion projects, but we'll go out and shoot a bunch of cool stuff and test, and we make stuff out of that.
I was gonna say
that's like our outlet.
I remember at the Arizona filmmakers thing, you guys had all the YouTube videos and the BTS stuff is lit.
Thanks. That's
call me out. I'm not a fucking true Reelbros fan, but I watch your BTS stuff, but I don't watch the actual commercials.
The final stuff.
Yeah, the final stuff. I watch all the BTS for some reason because I like to see the process.
Totally.
I'm a big process guy for sure. It's like I love seeing that and the bullshit on sets and what actually goes on and how you guys actually make it chill versus a stressful work environment.
Yeah.
And it was. I remember the Haugen video was fucking awesome too, and the Mercy.
Oh yeah, that was
sick
chaotic.
That got us so much attention.
But doing the stuff like the Flagstaff one, going out there and doing Can-Am stuff and the drone and all that stuff. Dude. From that, us testing and shooting content, which we made a bunch of stuff out of that. We get Ford's freaking Broncos.
Yeah.
We shot all the new Broncos up in Flagstaff from
That's
that.
lit, bro.
So it's always all of the stuff we've ever gotten jobs from is us testing or doing stuff.
Yeah.
Peterbilt was us testing random shit in the back of the car, and we shot random trucks on the highway up towards Flagstaff. It was Walmart trucks. They ended up being Peterbilts. He saw it and he wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everything we've ever done, just testing or shooting, we've gotten someone that's wanted to do something like that. So that's where podcast back.
People just
self-investment. It's you put that time in to do that. So our passion projects are pretty technical, but we get a lot of content out of it.
Not even just content. You get fucking clients out of that shit.
Right. That's
dope.
the idea. We're not going out there knowing we're going to get a client.
Yeah.
It may happen, but it doesn't matter. You're
Yeah.
putting stuff out there, and clients want to see how you guys work and what you do, what you're capable of.
100%. It's all the mentality. If you go into something like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this it's a spec ad because I want someone to see that shit. Like it's gonna come out like you want them to see that shit.
Yeah.
I made this in my apartment.
The time we tried to do that, it didn't work out.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but anyway.
Yeah, that's something said about that.
But okay, so where's Wilson camera headed? What is it? We'll dive down. We'll dive down into the end of it. Like where are we headed? What can we expect?
Yeah. I don't want to give away too much.
That's fine.
But I definitely have a lot of shit planned for the future.
Nice.
She gets me really excited. I'm gonna expand. We're not staying in Arizona, which is nice.
Oh,
we're gonna.
You're going out.
The next location. I don't know how much I should say, but we're gonna go to LA.
Oh shit! You're jumping straight into the deep end.
We have spots and people, and we've been working on.
How long have you been doing this now?
I bought the store December 1st of 2020.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's fast.
Little bit less. I think it was like June.
I think
June
you could not have had a more strategic time to buy a film store.
Yeah.
Like
perfect.
But that's
like if you would have said that like back in 2019 to me, or like people would be like, fucking bullshit. You're not gonna buy a film store.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
make it a thing.
Yeah.
Like
So we're gonna go to LA next.
Yeah. So we were
Year, 2 years, 3 years?
a couple months.
Oh shit! Fast.
Yeah, like that was why me and Robert were in LA. We
Fast.
found some spots, and we signed a lease here in a little bit. And
So you're already found the one to sign.
Is your plan to, as far as like quality assurance goes? I mean,
Wilson
when you
Camera
open
Stand. Sorry, go.
Yeah, I know. But like when you open a successful business and you tailor it to that one location and you build that reputable brand, the quality assurance is going over there. Are you going to be going over there too?
So I'm not going to be moving there, but yes, I'll probably be week on week, or like probably week. Like I'll probably so the place that we are, man, I don't know much. Like I don't want to say too much about this, but like the spot where we are most likely going to be, there's a spot above for rent as well, and I'll probably rent that out. So I'm not going to keep the like area disclosed for now until everything is finalized. But we're definitely going to LA, like Los Angeles. We're not, like it's going to be in Los Angeles because, I mean, at the end of the day, where are the pros at? Where's everyone at? I mean, everyone kind of funnels to that spot. Right. So it's like you're not like living in LA. Like it's like that's where your business is going to be. So that's where we're going to bring the same vibe and the fact that there is literally not a single place that sells vintage cameras and develops film in the same store.
Really?
Come on, LA. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, fuck you, LA. Why?
Gap in the market.
Really?
Take advantage.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Dude, literally, like, I swear to God, there's three main, like four basically main labs in LA. There's Last Good Film Lab, JNF Photo, Gold 1 Hour, and Icon Lab. All four of them, they're just labs. You walk in, you drop off your film, and you get your film back.
Wow.
Great, cool, sounds good. There's no experience. There's no vibe. And like, bro, that's literally what me and Rob went there for. Is we went to go like scope out the competition. Like, you walk into JNF Photo Lab, and they're like, they take your film in, like how many rolls, what resolution, cool, sounds good.
Did you go drop rolls off? That'd be interesting.
Nah, I have a bunch of friends out there.
See what the quality is coming out.
I have a bunch of friends that shoot, and I mean, see, that's the thing. It's like quality's great. Quality's great, and it's like it's not. But like I said earlier, it's not. That's not what people care about. That's not the only thing people care about. Yeah. Some people only care about quality.
Totally.
Sure, go ahead, go to your Icon Lab.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's a formula to this photo lab thing. Sure. You have to do it fast.
Yeah.
You have to do it with the highest quality, and you have to have an experience when you come into the store. Yeah. And if you can do those three things, it's game over.
Yeah.
And then if you can add buying cameras or selling cameras and like teaching people and just like being a knowledgeable, good spot and having a good experience, it's game over, bro. Sick. We walked into JNF Photo Lab and Gold 1 Hour. I think the square footage of the front of their store was about as big as this table.
Oh. Wow.
Like you walk in, there's a desk, and you drop your film off, and you leave. You leave.
It's like a kiosk.
Yeah, basically a film kiosk. And like, cool, it works. And like that was 1 hour photo back then. That was you would go to this place, you drop off your film, and you get your film back.
True.
That was the thing. So like these are literally the last 1 hour photo places.
Wow.
And these people, they're like family businesses, and there's like 30 people in there, and they're doing it. See, they have two things out of the equation: down packed, pretty decent quality, and they do it fast as fuck because it's still 1 hour photo. So you'll get your photos back.
And prices, what are
day.
prices in LA? What is that run?
Same shit, really. Everyone's
same
basically the same shit. It's around like $20 to $30 for a high res roll, and like 10 to
So it's all
20. It's pretty relative.
standard.
It's all pretty standard.
That's cool.
Pricing's not like too much of an issue, and people will pay it. Obviously.
Right. I'm not gonna do them.
Just to blow you guys fucking away, Portrait 400. We got 250 rolls of it on Saturday. It's gone.
Oh, they already got it.
It's gone.
You already told me that earlier. You said you thought it was gonna be gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You bastards.
It's gone. I mean, for you, Alex, I
crazy.
have some that I saved. No, I didn't. but yeah, I saved it. So I saved some, and I just switched distributors now. Finally, we actually. I hate this, but like we actually are going to the people that supplied our old supplier. So it's like sick. It's
There
like
you go.
Nice.
I hate saying that I cut out the middleman, but you know, for us,
Yeah.
Fuck it.
if we can get the film, I'm cutting out the middleman, dude. I'm
Exactly.
going direct. So
For sure.
we
Hell yeah.
literally just placed that our first order like a couple hours ago. So
Wow.
I'm excited, and
yeah.
that was like it was the biggest film order I've ever placed.
Really?
But it was dude like
Congrats,
How much film?
man.
like 20 grand. For the
Damn.
Yeah, that's Ilford, Kodak, and Fuji.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was a little
That's
nuts.
so good though, because it's like all these film stocks that are like we're dying are gonna be
Coming
brought.
back.
They're bringing back film
Well, it's been
stocks
happening
now,
throughout
and
the
like
years. They're
that's
producing
so
more.
it's so good for film photography.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like prices have fucking gone through the roof. Though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What hasn't?
Bro, have you seen
Everything
our
else.
prices on Portrait right now?
What are they at? Right?
I'm selling a 5-pack for $110 and a single roll for $25.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
Fuck you, TikTok kids.
Like 6 months ago, I was selling Portrait at 400 at like 15 bucks.
Wow. So it's
Six
six
months
months
ago,
you'd get it as
basically.
fucking. I used to get it at Tempe Camera all the time for like $8 a roll. I
Back
think.
in the day,
Back
yeah.
A
Back in
few
the
years
day.
ago, yeah.
Damn.
It's not a cheap,
Damn,
not
dude.
a cheap thing to
3X.
get into. Anymore.
It's not. But like at the same time, this is like the cool thing about our business too. It's like, money is just not even a thing, dude.
No, yeah.
Like people will
constantly
pay
evolving.
anything for these fucking scans, dude. Yeah. And the cool thing, and this is one of the parts of my business that I don't really advertise. That just it's probably my favorite thing about my business, is doing archival film. Doing people bring in their 16 millimeter negatives or their 8 millimeter negatives, and I restore it, and it looks like they were shot yesterday.
Wow.
That's cool
Shit
as
is
shit.
literally emotional as
That's
fuck,
sick.
bro. The cars from the 50s,
Yeah.
the fucking like what they were doing. Everyone was filming their
It's like
people
people
opening
film or something. People
They're
are bringing
literally-
in?
Yes, bro.
They're just bringing in like,
it's incredible.
hey,
Kodachrome
that's sick.
slides. I just got goosebumps thinking about Kodachrome slides, bro.
Dude, sick.
Shit is beautiful. Like how
It's like cracking open a time capsule. Then.
it is. It literally is. And
That's
it's
dope.
like not like it. You literally
Yeah,
are.
literally
You're
are.
cracking open people's time capsules. I've made so many people cry just from sending them their scans.
That's cool.
Bro, it like
That's
and
really
it's,
cool.
And it's all these. It's like the shit that we literally hear about from my parents. Like our slides, we have Kodachrome slides. And I'm like, well, let me see that shit. And my grandparents literally dug into their storage unit and they found 10 boxes of
Oh,
Kodachrome
wow.
slides. And
You want to know what's fucking weird about that though? Is they exist because they kept them.
Yeah.
I come by his place every couple weeks and I pick up a bag full of negatives because I'm gonna make some furniture out of them. But like I'm amazed people aren't keeping their negatives. Because like you
keep
shoot
mine.
film, which is like analog and physical.
During
and you
the
can hold
pandemic,
it. But,
I
like,
got a
I mean,
scanner
I'm
kept up.
religious about it, but like the amount of people
I have
that
them organized.
like don't keep their negatives.
I organize.
we did the math. Want to know percentage of people keep their negatives?
10%.
5.
Wow.
Oh, fucking Christ.
The amount of people that tell us they're going to keep their negatives, it's like 50%.
And then they don't pick them up.
They'll pick them up. We literally just went through. Did you see the
wait.
fucking story that I just posted? Did you see how many fucking folders I threw away?
Did I miss? Oh, I missed all that film.
Dude, no. The no. Well, you did, yeah. But
yeah.
we do bags every day.
Yeah, I
I can
know.
give you a bag a day.
I know.
So
it's
wait,
crazy.
you're saying
People don't keep those.
you're getting
Bro.
you're doing the sending of the pictures online,
I mean,
and then
but-
they don't come back to pick up their
No,
So
the
here's the
physical
thing.
copy
Here's
of
the
the
thing.
photo.
originals. Wow.
Which
you
if your
can.
computer takes a shit or your hard drive takes a shit, like you.
Bro, that's
don't-
ones and zeros. That shit's ones and zeros, bro. That shit's ones and zeros.
Yeah.
Bro, like negatives are. But this is. Do you guys know Van Neistat, Casey Neistat?
Yeah.
Dude, my idol, bro. Like what he said. This is Casey or this is Van Neistat saying, but the same film that you shot back then is the same film that you have now. Like these negatives are physical imprints in fucking time, dude.
Yeah.
You can't take that back. You can't just hit the delete button. That shit's there. That shit's physical.
Yeah.
Once you develop that, that is in time. Like you cannot change that. It's unchangeable.
Yeah, that's sick.
Unless you turn it into ones and zeros. So that's why I love film so much, is because it's the real fucking deal. You take that photo's there forever.
Yeah.
No matter what. If that negative, you still have that negative, bro, people bring in negatives from the 20s. And I'm like, holy shit, that was a moment that fucking happened then. That's not fake, bro. Like that's real. That like these people were there, and it just the feeling. Like I can't explain it.
Yeah, the ones and zeros,
And you
the
can
digital
still
part of
make a
it is
photo.
the replication, and then you feel like you're actually holding the time, the moment in time that was
100%.
taken.
Yeah.
You
And-
literally are holding that light.
Yeah, 100%.
That exposure.
And then with my business, it's very odd because I have to split it, because there's half the people that are doing it for the look and half the people that are doing it for the art. And then there's this small little sliver in here that of people that are doing it for kind of like both. They enjoy the feeling in the look of the memory. And then there's people that like just do it for the memories, and there's people that do it for the art. I mean, I can split this up, but
Sure.
but I mean, at the end of the day, you have to figure out why you're doing this.
Yeah, totally.
But at the same time, bro, it's growing so big. It's like
Fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, it's
Congrats.
super dope.
That's-
It's super
that's
dope.
sick.
But
You got to hear that.
yeah, dude.
No,
But-
that's pretty cool.
Bring back
That's so
contact
cool.
sheets.
so
I miss good old contact sheets.
dude, you know I built like a darkroom in the back, right?
Yeah, I heard. Are
So-
you doing any printing yet?
Well,
We can get into this off topic. too.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
I
it's
feel
kind
like
of off
I
topic.
feel like we can do another one of these.
Yeah, we can.
for soon, or we'll
For
come over to the
honestly,
studio and
yeah,
jump on yours.
For
but-
sure, yeah. I mean, I gotta set mine up. I just gotta do a structure. See, that's the thing, bro. Is like if you
gotta
have
do it.
have good people to talk to, and like have. We didn't have any prompts.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
you
no,
wouldn't.
no, no.
I'm sure you wouldn't have any trouble finding good people to talk
Yeah,
to.
no,
Yeah,
100%.
there's a lot of cool people.
Yeah, I just got to set it up and then learn how to fucking post it. and
It's
where to put
pretty.
it.
Yeah.
We'll
Just
talk,
make a
but-
process.
Yeah.
All right. Well, plug yourself. Let the people
Yeah,
know
dude.
where to find you.
Yeah, dude. You guys can just follow Wilson.camera, dude, on Instagram. That's where everything's happening. It's AKA the lab on TikTok. I fucking love that. Super dope.
so
I was
sick.
like, you know, like fuck it. We're not even gonna say Wilson Camera.
Yeah.
Our profile picture is Wilson Camera.
Sure,
but
sure.
AKA the lab. Also
Yeah,
known as the
totally.
lab. So I think, and then also the lab YouTube channel as well. We're gonna try our best to keep consistent on that. Maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. But we have 2 videos out there already. The second video is super dope. Go watch that.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, it's Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for now if you want to follow us. And then
Dope.
we're in Old Town Scottsdale if you want to stop in.
Right off Scottsdale Road.
Right
down the street.
Yeah, down the street. But
that's
yeah, right there. Basically, you
that's
think
a
of Old Town
busy
where it's
place.
like right across the street from the
Yeah.
TJ Maxx. So
next to Starbucks.
Right there, so stop
Grab a
in.
Starbucks, grab some cameras.
exactly,
And some
100%, 100%.
Done.
Sweet.
Coffee and cameras.
Dude, I want to do cars and cameras.
You should.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later.
That, or we can do like a, like a film and coffee thing where you just grab
That'd
some
be cool.
donuts and
That'd be
shoot some
cool.
shit.
Yeah, talk about film. I want to do more events, but anyways.
Cool.
So do we. We're
Snowball.
doing it.
All right. Love to.
Well,
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for this, dude.
Thanks
That's
for
great.
joining us.
Congratulations to everything.
Fucking awesome, bro.
And
we'll catch you next time, guys.
I'll see you when I drop my film off.
Let's go.